All right, everybody, welcome to another.
Hello, Guten Morgen. Not Morgan anymore.
To another edition of the Brewery Boys broadcast out here at Mr. Brew's Tap House, joined by Turnbuckle Tim, and of course, Buckeye Jason,
champion of the world.
Yeah. So anyway, fresh off our A Better Tap takeover down at Jack Brown's on Thursday night,
Yes.
was pretty exciting, pretty
Pretty good show.
jam-packed, if you will.
People.
If you will.
Thank you, man.
So just wanted to touch base. We were talking some stuff. We had ring announcer Aaron Rose on the show, just touching over some independent wrestling state of the WWE right now, which we all know is.
But if you pay attention, he was like quite a few different companies he's working.
Yeah, he's pretty well traveled. That's what kind of nice having him on the show, because he gets you that overall territorial thing where he's in and out of different
Plethora of knowledge.
Yes, exactly. So kudos to Aaron. I had a great time talking wrestling with him.
Thanks for coming out, Aaron. We
Yep.
appreciate it. Hopefully we'll
really,
have you
yep, absolutely. You have an open seat next to us anytime you want. All you have to do is reach out. Open invitation, if you will. So now, part of the thing to get Aaron on the show was to help draw Buckeye Jason back into the realm of professional wrestling. We talked some things and all that stuff. We didn't really get to settle on some things. We had too many conversations going on at once.
Quite a few conversations going on there.
But it was also good to have Tyler from A Better, the owner
The owner was
of A Better,
very
actually
good.
sat down, and he
the entire time.
was not really out promoting. He
Talking
was
his biz.
he was I was pretty excited about that. I thought we had a pretty good time.
Yeah, he talked wrestling, he talked beer, and he talked football. So,
And he talked football. Yep.
I think he had a good time.
Jason found out he's a Packer fan, so
We were at odds there for a minute.
at odds.
together in the end.
It came together in the end. That's right, over a cheesehead. So anyway, I'm having the Seeing Colors from Mad Tree, which, as everybody knows, is my favorite IPA. So, it's just especially when it's on special, you can't pass it up. And I know, Jason, you're having the what?
I have the Kentucky Bramble cider, little blackberry raspberry cider by Wiseburg Cider Company out of Lexington, Kentucky.
Out of Lexington, Kentucky.
And it is very nice.
Very nice.
Crisp.
All right.
Crisp thing. Trying to hold on to summer. I'm actually a little sad because I'm actually starting to drain the pool today.
Ooh, yeah, I saw you and MT.
MT was still out floating.
Yep.
He's like, I don't want to give it up. He's hanging on.
just got to get that inflatable hot tub
That's
now. That way
funny.
you can do it year round.
Thinking about it.
Tim, what are you enjoying over there?
The old trusty Narragansett here.
There we go.
Can't beat that. Nice light beer. Had a lot of drinking last night, so this will do the trick.
Yeah, Tim's fresh off his Eric Church concert venue or concert experience. How was the show?
It was good. It was lively. He lost a lot of people. Obviously, Eric Church is country, and you're in Kentucky, so country music fans. His new album is not country, and the first 6 songs were. He had a full orchestra on stage, backup gospel singers. I'm talking trombone, saxophone, violins, cello. 6 songs of that, probably 40 minutes, and he lost everybody.
Was that?
Wow.
Well, I mean, what kind of music was it? You didn't like the Christian music? Is that what it was?
It wasn't necessarily Christian music. It was more along the lines of
Wholesome music.
it
You
was
didn't like
very-
because you're fucking satanic?
it was very bluesy. Let's do that. It wasn't what I had not heard his new album. Obviously, you're going to push your new music.
So you're saying it wasn't like he went from like country to more of a bluesy. He's trying to get the R&B, maybe the Nashville
it's
bar
got a different little vibe
going
to
on.
it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and he does have a bar in Nashville called Chiefs. So I think he's just taking it. He's still saying all of his hits, all of his good stuff. They all stepped off the stage and he said, I want to take it back to how we started, and did his classics and stuff. There's nothing wrong with just writing good music.
True.
It was good. It just wasn't what I expected.
What you expected?
Yeah, but it was a good show.
So you weren't one of the ones that left, though.
No, man, I hiked up those stairs as soon as I'm up arena. I'm sitting down, not going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you walk in the section 200s, those stairs where they took the bleachers out, they had those benches that are
It's
Ooh,
steep,
man,
yeah, because it's an aluminum floor now.
It is steep.
Yeah.
So once
Yeah.
you're up
Not
there,
been since the new remodel.
Yeah,
you do not
it's-
want to go down the stairs.
No.
So you're saying it was pretty packed out then?
It was a sold out concert. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Wow.
good, yeah. I usually
Well,
am not upper arena.
Sold out
so
as in, where was the stage?
this back where the stage always is, in the back
Okay,
on the back
so-
side. So
Well, sometimes they bring it up depending on what the sales are.
no, it was the far back and obviously behind the stage. And they even they opened new tickets up
So we're
yesterday.
talking at least maybe 15 to 18,000.
I would say so. They didn't say the attendance, but yeah.
Wow.
They
That's-
even opened obstructed view, like the section's right next to the stage, so they couldn't see. Those people can't see the screen. Obviously, they can see.
All they can see is portions of the
they can see-
stage.
yeah,
Okay.
so it was a good show. It's been a while since Creed, actually, since I'd seen a sold out concert at Rupp. So.
And for
Nice
those
to
of
see
you
it come out.
who you were on here talking about it, he was crying at Creed.
Hey, yeah,
so.
well, I did do that. I grew up on some Creed, and it kind of took me back. When you get the liquor flowing, some stuff tends to happen.
Some emotions come out.
Emotions come out.
All right. Well, so we're gonna. So you've been on kind of a little whirlwind tour here. You had the Horror Nights and down in Universal, and then you kind of did the Kings Island thing.
Yeah, did a little brewery hop.
Yeah. So why don't you go back to your trip to Orlando? Let's hear about the Halloween Horror Nights, and we obviously, if you're following us on YouTube, the videos are posted. But I want to hear the first-hand account, the
First-hand
experience.
knowledge
Firsthand.
of how it went with Mickey down there. Mickey was fine.
No, that's Disney.
Oh,
He was at
Universal,
Universal.
Mickey's a Nazi.
I get confused. I think everything down the floor is like Mickey
Oh,
Mouse.
my
Pretty much,
Disney?
yeah, the mouse is everywhere. That was
Yeah.
a good time. I recommend anyone who's into anything horror, and if you've got the time and the money, I definitely recommend going to Universal for Halloween Horror Nights. They obviously they got money to get intellectual properties, so they have houses that are themed after movies that people enjoy. Like this year, they had Five Nights at Freddy's. They had a Jason house.
So basically, what it is,
Terrifier.
what I'm hearing you say is, it's like you go to a certain part of the park, and it's just like you got a haunted house here, a haunted house there, and you go in, it's like just haunted houses.
Yeah, so at 6
So it's not
o'clock.
like it's a whole area themed out, or
No, at 6 o'clock they shut the park down for regular admission guests to make them go out. If you buy a ticket for Halloween Horror Nights, they give you a special bracelet that you're wearing. So they push everyone out, and so from 6 till 7, you've got time. They push those people out. You have time to go get into a line for your first haunted house that you want, and they keep the rides open at night, which is they stay open late. They stay open until 2 in the morning, it's a long day. But yes, you walk throughout the park. And Universal Studios backlots, they did actually record TV shows and movies there at one point in time. So they use those studios to put haunted houses in. So it's like back in behind the rides and stuff. So it's a pretty cool experience.
like how big are the houses we talking?
It takes about 15 minutes to get through each house because people are walking slow because they, like I said, they have money. So like it really feels like you're in the TV show or the movie. Like, Eric posted a full video of the WWE house, the Bray Wyatt thing. That was a really good experience. And lots of celebrities have been coming down this year to go to these houses.
What was scary about that? Just throwing out like. Vince McMahon jumps out and says, "We're doing the same thing we've always done, and we're sucking it up."
No.
Oh no, another bad match.
No.
They did have a dead Vince McMahon dummy in the house, which I thought was kind of funny.
That is pretty
was
cool. Yeah, that
funny
was
too.
pretty
But
cool.
I will say, scary on any of them, no. Maybe to a younger person and stuff, but it's not really scary. It's just more entertaining, to say the least. I'll give Wicked World Haunted House here in Lexington. I'll give them a better note on a scary haunted house. So if you're wanting to be scared, that's not for you. But they have special foods. Every haunted house has special food truck with special themed food, and every haunted house has a special themed beer. So, and all brewed by breweries down in the Clearwater, Lakeland area down in Florida, Orlando. So,
See, that's pretty cool.
So we did 10 beers, 10 houses. So we were there from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. That was the time frame that we were there.
Damn.
And so and if you don't buy a fast pass, which is $300 a person, you're not doing all the houses. The house they get up to 190-minute waits.
Woof.
And you had the fast pass.
Yeah, we bought the fast passes. Yes. So
Oh, money, man. He's like, I gotta hang out with. I gotta find out what's going on over there where he works.
yeah, fast passes that's the way to go. Otherwise, you're not doing it. But the other option would be it is only $40 to get a Halloween Horror Nights ticket. So if you're down in Orlando and you're staying there, you could technically just buy 2 passes in 2 days, and you could go back the next day and do the houses you didn't do.
So that's all it is just 2 days.
No, it starts on actually August 29th and it rolls in through November 14th.
That just seems expensive for. How much is a fast pass in the park?
To ride rides?
Yeah.
$190.
So to go in
Disney's over that.
to go to I thought fast passes were like another $80 maybe.
If you stay at a Disney resort, it's free. So you get the free fast passes. You have on the app. It knows that you're staying at the resort. So you just choose a time slot that you're going to be there, and then you go back to the ride when your time slot's available.
Luckily,
sorry kids, we're standing in line waiting.
yeah.
I ain't got that kind of cash.
Well, we took Slow Count down for his birthday in 2017, and of course his birthday's July the 3rd, so it was hotter than hell, and it was a holiday. So we paid some money for but luckily we were, like Tim said, we were staying in one of the hotels of the resort, not like one of the big resorts. We were in like Mighty Ducks, where
the sports resort.
we were down.
Sports.
We were down that one.
You're never really in your hotel when you go to the sports.
No.
So it's like you don't have to get. They all have like 5-star hotels. There's a Hard Rock hotel involved with Universal, and it's like $400 a night. But if it's all, you're just putting your head in bed and that's all you're doing because you're at the park all day long, I don't see
$400 worth.
Yeah, I'm not rich, so I'm not doing that. So, but it's fun. I will say, like I said, go to Orlando, try it out. It's really fun. SeaWorld, which is right across from Universal, they also have haunted houses.
I didn't know they had haunted houses.
Yep, they just started doing that to kind of get into the market because Universal's so packed. So many people go there and the waits are so long. SeaWorld's like, let's do this. Maybe we can get some of the crowd over there and stuff. And it was a lot less packed at SeaWorld, and definitely worth checking out as well. But again, scary, no. Fun, yes. You start drinking beer. Now, don't get me wrong. Jump scares get me. It's visually it's not scary, but if I'm walking around the corner and I got a nice buzz going on, someone pops out, I'm gonna jump a little bit.
There's gonna be there's gonna be that reflex.
Like a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll Scooby-Doo my way out of there, running in place. But that was a good time. I recommend doing that for sure.
And you hit a couple of breweries while you were down there. We posted your videos of the kind of the walkthroughs down there. So
did some breweries while we were down that way, and then obviously if anyone's a Harry Potter fan, Harry Potter World is great. They have their own themed beers, and Dufftober was awesome.
You were in Simpson Land, right?
That's you can get a flaming Mo at the bar, which is just fireball, but it's still it's cool. They put dry ice on top of it to make it look like it's a flaming Mo.
Okay, all right.
And drinking Duff beer, which is just Sam Adams. So if you're a Sam Adams fan, that's what Duff beer is.
Is it the Boston Lager?
Boston Lager, okay. And then Dufftoberfest is obviously Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
Okay.
That's who brews their beer. And then the beers in Harry Potter World are brewed by the Yuengling Company. So.
Wow, that far south for Yuengling.
Yep.
Okay.
That's who makes their beers.
That's pretty cool.
Probably got a nice exclusive deal going.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, because you think about it, Yuengling does not have an IPA, and the Dragon's Mead IPA is made by the Yuengling Brewing Company in Harry Potter World. So, which I thought that was pretty interesting. So,
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good time. You guys definitely do that. And the breweries they're like no other down in Florida. There's beer everywhere. Throw a rock, you can hit a brewery. So it's fun.
That's cool. So now last weekend you were up at Kings Island.
Yeah, we did.
Just want to make sure you guys are okay.
Do y'all need food or anything?
I'm good right now.
I'm all right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we did, in lieu of Kings Island, we did a thing called Cincinnati Fear Fest.
Okay.
It's right outside of Mason. Kings Island is getting a little greedy, and obviously where we spent so much money Halloween Horror Nights. Kings Island now, you could buy a ticket to Kings Island, $45. The Halloween event was free. Now you buy a ticket, and then you have to buy a Halloween ticket to go to the houses, which is another $40, and then a fast pass was $125.
Whew.
So you're talking $500 to be able to go to Kings Island. That's just not going to happen. So
wow.
But we wound up going to Cincinnati Fear Fest again, a really cool place. It's themed after a Wild West town. So there's a saloon. They had a '90s cover band up there playing metal music. There's bars everywhere, shops, 5 haunted houses. It was a good time, and it was like $45 a person. That's with fast pass. So it was a really, really, really fun time.
So fast pass, you have rides, or is that just to get through the haunted house?
Through the haunted houses.
Okay.
You don't wait in the lines, and they were long. I mean, people really enjoy the haunted houses during this time of year.
Well, I'm seeing in the last 10-ish years, like you've seen an increase in the haunted houses, because I mean I can remember as a kid, we had haunted houses here, but it was like the JC's haunted house.
Yeah, I remember JC's haunted house.
But and now all of a sudden, I attribute this to the success of The Walking Dead. You started seeing more of like the haunted fields, the hay. You go inside the hay and all that stuff.
Yeah, Georgetown has a haunted paintball ride. You ride on a wagon and shoot paintballs at zombies. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Winchester just opened a brand new one this year. It's a 5-story haunted house.
Wow.
Did you go to the one out in Jacobson Park?
That's not there anymore. So the one that was in Jacobson Park, it's the same company, Fright Nights. They're actually in the Peddler's Mall on New Circle Road, off New Circle. So like right behind the car dealership and the Peddler's Mall.
Oh, okay.
Don't they own land out Tate's Creek Road?
That's Wicked World. That's
Wicked World, Wicked Scaregrounds.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool too. But they're not. All the other haunted houses change theming each year. Wicked World is not allowed to do construction. 5 years ago, they almost got shut down because it's not zoned to be a business out there. It's a residential neighborhood where their trailer parks right there and stuff. So it's zoned residential. but they were grandfathered in because it wasn't zone residential when they bought the land and built it. So, but they cannot do any building, they can't do any changing. So the 3 houses are the same 3 houses every
Wow.
single year.
Are they
unfortunate? For
Yeah.
Dean Stevens is a really nice guy that owns that company out there, but they put on a good house. They hire good staff. Their scare actors come back every year for
Yeah.
their characters, so
Yeah.
you know they're good at what they do.
Well, that's how we met, or Billy Crank.
Yeah,
That's how.
Billy's a DJ out there.
So we got to know him, or you got to know him,
Yeah.
and then through I got to know him and stuff like that. So
He does a great earnest.
yeah, he does.
Shout out to Billy Crane.
His I tell you what, those little commercials that he was doing for the Shaboom, you got shushuckered.
Yep.
You know,
he does a lot
those
of
are
local
freaking
commercials.
hilarious.
He's a funny guy.
But yeah, so through that, I mean, but the one time we went out, of course, our friends Sinful Lily were playing that little
On stage,
right there, and shit, we missed the entire half the concert because we're stuck in traffic going out to H Creek.
There's no flow of traffic there at all. The city will not come out and put officers out there. They just won't do it. So they just got their people that work there, and getting in and out is
And
hard.
it's terrible.
And
so
if it rains, do not do it. Even
Yeah,
if it's
because-
the day before, it is a muddy mess. Muddy mess.
That's
'Cause
exactly
you're parking
right.
you're parking in dirt.
yep, and possibly getting stuck.
Yep, you might actually get stuck.
So
And that was followed up by the Cincinnati Renaissance Festival. The
That's
Ohio
right.
Renaissance
That's
Festival.
right.
So,
Yeah.
Also recommend that one really. It's 10 acres of land, man. 10 acres of Renaissance fair. So obviously, me and my wife got dressed up as Vikings. That's our thing.
Yeah, I posted that on the
Did you do
Facebook
any,
page.
activities? Did you do any fighting?
Yeah, we watched jousting. Was always fun. I mean, that's real. You can't fake jousting on
Doesn't
horses.
sound very Vikingish. Though.
They have like this
intertwining-
weekend was Viking weekend. They have an area called the Berserker area, where that is just all Viking stuff. But for the most part, it's medieval Viking, jousting, sword fighting, and stuff like that.
Just the time.
Yeah. They've got a king that walks around in a parade, and that same king is the one that does the choosing on the jousting and stuff. I mean, they put a lot. But I'll tell you what, man, it was really cool because it's a large property, but breweries were actually in this property. Rheingeist had a table, Mad Tree had a table, Sonder Brewing Company had they all have their own bars there, and $6 for a draft beer of this size. I mean, you can't beat that going anywhere. $6 beer it's hard to come by, especially at a place like that. So meads, meaderies everywhere, if you're into that kind of thing, but it's a small pour because it's 14% alcohol. So
For a mead?
For a mead,
Yeah.
yeah. But they're delicious if people are cider or mead fans. Woodchuck had a bar there. So it was a lot of fun, and it's hot. It's really freaking hot.
But you didn't do off with the heads. Nobody got decapitated.
They do that, and they have that thing called the Wheel of Death, where there's people like circus, like where they're in a giant wheel and they're running and spinning around and set it on fire and do that kind of stuff. And they have a medieval torture museum there.
Wow.
Little
So-
spitting fire person.
Yep, they have that. They had a thing called a mud show, and they've got like I said, the fire show and all that stuff. A guy that's like really good with a whip. There's a whip show.
Was that
Jacques the Whipper?
Jacques the Whipper? I've seen him on.
Yep, Jacques the Whipper.
He's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah, he's a really funny guy. He paints that little mustache on, but he's good, man. He can whip any song. You name it, scream it out. He can whip the song. Like,
Oh wow.
And his Freebird, people shout Freebird at his Freebird is whip it. Do not ask him to do whip it. That's his Freebird. You will not play that.
That's hilarious.
But yeah,
Jacques.
Jacques the Whipper. Yeah,
I do like it. It's fun.
yeah, he's got a really good internet following and stuff.
Do you all have pseudonym names as you go to these events?
We don't. No, we haven't gone that far into doing that. I
It's not very Vikingish.
No, it's I don't know what a name or whatever. We the Vikings that we dress as and the stuff that we follow is of like the Norse culture, so it's Nordic, so it's hot to wear that stuff in the summer because it's a lot of clothes and everything.
That's what I would kind of like to see one more toward the fall, winter time. Just
It's just they do it in the summers because obviously kids are out of school and
Right,
families
yeah,
are free
right,
and stuff
yeah.
like that, and it's just on the weekends.
I mean, I get it, but
it'd
yeah.
be nice to do it in the fall, but I don't think they would get a turnout. So October 31st in Eminence, Kentucky, which is a smaller Kentucky Renaissance Festival, is October 31st, November 1st and 2nd. That weekend is Viking weekend in Eminence, so we'll also be up there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do the Vikings at Scarefest weekend after next, but I'm gonna put the axe in my face, so with prosthetics, like she put the, and then her hands are gonna be bloody, like she put the axe into my head. So we're gonna just pour it up a little bit.
He's going out as a murdered Viking.
Yeah. So you spend all this money on the costume if you can multitask it.
Sure. Why not? Yeah. Why not?
One of those things. But yeah, it's been a packed weekend for 3 weeks in a row. It's my first Saturday doing nothing in a long, long time.
So you did a little brewery thing up in Cincinnati too. We did. I assume you went to Mad Tree.
Mad Tree, Ryan
Now,
Geist,
when you went to Mad Tree, did you meet Grant?
Yeah,
or-
we met him.
Okay.
He introduced himself to us. They were really busy, so we didn't have time to do like sit down and stuff. But he was a nice guy.
Yeah, I wanted
That's
to when you were saying you were going, I
Yeah.
just wanted you to have someone that you could go in and go, hey man, I'm looking for so and so, and he would hopefully
keep the relationship
take
there.
care of you and
Yeah.
all that stuff, which I'm sure.
I know Eric Bowen. You know him. Yeah.
No, I just said mention the brewery boys, and I talked to him on the phone. And he was, yeah, man. He said, when are they coming? I said, they're 10 minutes out. He goes, all right, great. Just have them ask for me. And I said, okay, cool.
It's overwhelming. That is a very, very big venue.
It is.
It is huge, man. Like, I mean, I'm talking huge. They also I didn't know this. They offer brewery tours. It'd be fun to go up there one weekend and do a brewery tour and sample
like
beers.
you,
and stuff.
you saw the video. Steve and I walked
Yeah.
up on the rail. Now we weren't allowed to go into the brewery, but unaccompanied, we got to. He said, just go up to the rail. You can look down. You can video whatever you want video. I was like, cool. So yeah, so we went up, got the vat, and we actually saw, like, I've zoomed in on one, and it was actually like hitting, like bubbling and hitting the glass and all that stuff in one of the videos. I was like, ooh, that one's getting angry.
Should have gone kissing him like I put my blood in this one.
I will say I didn't know that Braxton made so many beers. They have a lot of.
I did not either. When you said that, that shocked me.
They had 22 beers on tap, no guest taps. And then I said to him, I said, "What's that?" And I talked to Eric about this. I didn't know that they created garage beer. So it's not a guest tap. So they had garage beer light, and garage beer lime on tap up there as well. Some shandies that are really good.
Okay.
I mean,
now, of course, we spoke about that. Now Garage Beer has the Kelsey brothers, Richard Rollins from Gas Monkey Garage is invested in it. So Garage Beer has kind of become its own little.
That's odd because he's out in California.
Yeah. Well, I
he's
think that
down
it was
in
a
Texas.
distribution thing because Braxton is part of their Kentucky Eagle, I think, is the company that distributes Braxton. So I don't know that they're nationwide. So maybe getting other people in allowed them to get that nationwide,
maybe.
if they wanted to do that.
Well, I used to, like, when Gas Monkey Garage Fast and Loud was on Discovery or whatever it was, I was kind of addicted to it because I had that weird. So I was watching it during the day, and well, now he's on YouTube. So I found it again on YouTube, and hell, back when he was Fast and Loud, it was Miller Lite.
Yeah, he was always drinking.
But now, like, he goes, like, I saw an episode where he went to Sturgis, and he's got his own, like, garage beer. Like, when you go, there's a Gas Monkey Sturgis. Like, he has a restaurant and bar up there, and all of the umbrellas and everything is garage beer. Like, everything. I'm like, wow.
I mean, think that even Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, they're sponsored by Garage Beer.
They were sponsored by Pabst.
Yeah, so it's like it's weird that these companies get involved with all these. I mean, I guess it's just to get their name out there. You've got people that like certain things, like we like wrestling, so we know that Cardona does.
Well, that's how I got.
Like,
yeah. Oh wow, it was PBR because we went to the it was TNA, but it was that old the old throwback.
At OVW at Davis Arena.
Yeah, on the table they had 12 packs of PBR, and that's when Matt Stryker was like sliding one to Zach.
Matt Stryker, an adult, gave a 13-year-old a can of PBR and just smiled at him.
It was hilarious. Now the thing was, what's funny about this is we're sitting next to the table on the barrier. Zach is literally right where Tim is, and Matt Stryker is right here. So every time, if you're watching the monitor, if you bought the pay-per-view, every time you see my son, he leans in, and you see he's on camera. The whole. I think you told me he was 90%.
Almost the entire. Every time they showed the announcers, he was there.
He was on camera, and so he started messing with. Well, not really messing with, but he kind of struck up this thing with Matt Stryker, because Matt Stryker's Canadian. So during the national anthem, you stand up, took the hat off. Well, he's Canadian, so he reaches over and he puts his hand over Zach's heart, and then it was like, what the hell? And then we're sitting there watching and everything. And it was a fun show. Like they kind of did the little 80s. They
did like the Russians versus the Americans.
Yeah.
That was when Brian Myers and Matt Cardona.
They would come out as G.I. Joe Stomp. But yeah, it was pretty cool. But then so at the end of the thing, like they're just busting open these, and he leans over and he's going, like sliding it to Zach, and he's like that, and I looked over and he goes, oh, like that. So I started laughing. He goes, and he signed the can.
I still have my can at home too.
I do too. Yeah.
We got everybody to sign.
Yeah,
over there.
it was pretty cool.
Good time.
But that was so that was pretty fun.
I wish they do that again. That was a pretty cool throwback thing. Rhino was a part of it. I remember that.
Uh-huh.
They had a good card. Moose, but when he started to get started, Jordan Grace obviously he was there.
Yeah.
A lot of people when they were just getting out there.
What was it, Madman Fulton?
Yep.
So
yeah, he was one of the Russians, I think.
He was. Yep. But you had a pretty good
taking a little
pretty
break
good
today.
tour and
Next
everything.
weekend, headed down to West Virginia for Marshall game.
All right. Who are they playing?
Coastal Carolina.
North Carolina?
Coastal Carolina.
Oh, Coastal Carolina.
Yep.
Okay.
So that should be an interesting game to see. But Lauren, it's her alma mater, her and her family. So we got third row behind Marshall bench. So
nice.
50-yard line, so it should be pretty.
All right. Well, go down there and have you
interesting.
tons of biscuits, because whatever the big biscuit, like Biscuit Belly, or
Is that
one of those biscuit breakfast companies is like the major sponsor down there.
Biscuit Belly here.
We're gonna do a brewery tour.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's what it is. It might be something else. I don't know.
Where's that place that has throw biscuits?
The who?
Throwing biscuits, where they throw biscuits in.
No idea.
It's popular because you go there and they walk around with baskets like throwing biscuits.
Is it the Maple Biscuit Company? Because that place just went under.
I didn't know anything about that.
Oh, that one on Nixon Road?
The Maple Biscuit, yeah, they just went under, filed bankruptcy.
Huh. Well, can't find a good biscuit company, people. I don't know what's wrong
Can't
with
get
that.
up early enough to go to a biscuit company.
I will say Lexington is a rough market if you want to open a business because
It is.
There's so much of the same stuff everywhere.
Well, it's per capita, we are like one of the number one restaurant cities in the country.
I believe it.
Just places, but they pop up and they go down, pop up, go down.
Yeah, and I always my theory is like because I used to when I went to college, I went to business school. I wanted to open a brewery. I just wanted to do that. I've always still me and Eric talked about it, but you don't want to. Liquor license is hard to get in Kentucky in general unless you find an existing place. But I don't think I would ever want to open a business in another business that failed because is it the location that caused it to fail? Is it the food?
Or
What is it? You know, like
We have to do your research.
yeah, that's the scary part. That's the easiest way to get a liquor license. Obviously now you don't have to do that for beer. You can just pay
Right.
But liquor is where your markup
If
is.
you gotta go what they say. Location, location, location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parking is a
Where
big
that
one
is,
too.
though.
If you got somewhere and you got shitty parking, you're not gonna get it.
Well, that's. I
Mayor's
mean,
Lane is the worst for that.
Yeah.
They don't have.
well, I'm not going to mention names or whatever, but we've talked about certain businesses, and I can think of one right off the hand that it's like, great location, but I don't understand. It's like, what the hell is not going on that would draw people in? And we've all talked about it. We've talked about it, and but it's just one of those things where it's like, what?
I think it's
So-
advertising.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Billboards are important. I think commercials are important. If you could get on a local game, like Kentucky basketball game, Kentucky football game, if you can get a commercial out there to advertise that, hey, you come here and watch at the bar that we're talking about, you can come here and watch any sports game you want. We got packages. We can make that happen. That's just a big part of it.
Yeah.
I think
If you got a sports bar and you got some TVs,
Yeah.
and you do the TVs right. You have the right games on, not just one game and Chive TV on 30 fucking TVs. Put all the games up.
Yeah.
You support it.
every sport. I mean,
You got to
yeah.
maintain. Like we talked about, you got to come in as a manager and you got to set up your place.
Yeah.
You got, all right, I've got 10 TVs. Well, I got to know in my head what games are on, what's popular in my area. Of course, you're going to get your Bengals fans, your Cleveland Browns fans here. So pop those on first. But then you got to know, a lot of people like Steelers around here, close teams and popular teams. But you got to set it up so when your customers come in, they're like, "Hey,
what
I
TVs
want to
where.
watch this game. All right, it's over here." It'd be flexible if you got like 20 people in it in your bar, and you're like, "Hey, we want to watch this game."
Yeah.
Change the fucking TV to that station. They can.
Yeah, it's
cares
what you're
if
saying
one-
about Chive. Like, hey, guess what? Hockey is a
Chive
thing.
can go on
Soccer is a thing. Like,
Yep.
have sports on. You could draw. Hockey it's got a nice market. There's nowhere
Well,
in
that's
town that
what-
plays hockey games.
So
Really.
going back to the A Better Tap Takeover, the owner Tyler said they asked their customers, since the UK game was a blowout or something happened,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, well, what the hell do y'all want to watch now? Hockey.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, so he started putting on the hockey games. So yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, it's like, let's you do that.
Now they're not televised at the moment. They televise them
Right.
later. But UK hockey, their games are at midnight at the Lexington Ice Center. If I'm a bar that I'm struggling a little bit, I'm gonna pay for an advertisement at that Ice Center. I'm gonna have a banner up showing that we play hockey games.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, we
That would be cool.
Call NCAA and NHL hockey just to advertise something a little bit different.
Because I do know some hockey fans, and that's kind of how I started getting into it. But there's no place that really showcases the hockey schedules or anything like that. So,
yep.
Obviously, we live in Lexington, so we have Columbus to the north, which is
Blue Jackets.
and the Blue, and you've got Nashville to the south, and then of course you've got Carolina, and to the east, and then the Blues to the west. So it's like we don't really have that major market.
Do you remember the Thoroughblades?
Yeah,
they were popular. It was great, but the thing about the Thoroughblades was they played so many fucking games all through the week. You can't.
Greed is what kicked them out of there.
You can't expect fans to be going
every night
to 3 games a week.
And it's sad that they can't think about maybe a way to come back, because now that Central Bank sponsors Rupp Arena, now it's Rupp Arena at Central Bank. That when it was just Rupp Arena, they were struggling. They needed money. They were charging. Concerts weren't coming. You lost the team, the hockey team out there, and then they tried the indoor football team. And that didn't work.
That was great.
Yeah, but
it worked. I don't know what the fuck happened. Well, the league. Because they were good, and they won the championship.
Yeah, well, then you at least tried, and then they tried to do it again with another lesser, but they had to go all the way up to the Kentucky Horse Park.
Alltech Arena, that was who's going to go out there?
Yeah.
I'm not going to drive 20 minutes out of my way to go see.
Right.
Yeah. And it wasn't as fun, and it wasn't as exciting because it didn't have it's a horse arena. It's not the lighting and the sound.
It wasn't built for it. We went to a couple of games.
Indoor football was great.
I mean, we went to a lot of the Horseman games. I mean,
all the time.
Yeah,
Hefty Lefty had a good indoor career after he left UK.
Yeah. Dusty Bonner was there for a while. He was the quarterback for the Horsemen for a while. But yeah, I mean, I've touched on it many times. It's like the NFL to me, and is just getting so stale, and it's almost like I don't know. I get more enjoyment. I started getting more enjoyment out of watching hockey than I do football.
Yeah, we were discussing that last night. The people that were sitting next to us at the concert, they were Pittsburgh fans, but there was a 30-minute intermission in between the artists, like it is all the time. We were talking football, and she's like, I almost feel like it's scripted now. She was like, I think that they, the NFL knows what the NFL wants, and also at times they want to make fans mad because that gets them going, and then gets them tuning in to the next week. And it's like I don't believe that it's fully scripted,
they push what they want to push. It's not like here's our sport, enjoy it. They get on board with something like we're all on KC, we're all about them.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
I don't care about your agenda. I like the same team.
Don't push the same fucking team at me and be all about it and advertise them and it's them and
that's what killed me. It's like America's game of the week, Dallas versus whoever. It's like who gives a shit about the Cowboys?
The Dallas, America's team. Haven't been America's team for 20 years.
Yeah, and come on, bro. I know that it's predetermined before things happen. Who put the Bengals on Monday Night Football last week? That game was terrible.
Well,
but
that was before Burrow got hurt.
Why not cut games though when people are hurt and stuff like that?
Yeah, be flexible.
Well,
but money and stuff. I mean, I can see where it happens. Somebody gets hurt and you're stuck with that. But there's
that's the problem.
Always a game or two that's just two teams.
At our market where we live in Lexington, if the Bengals are playing, it's going to be on TV whether it's the worst game or not. Yeah. And I don't really agree with that. I think it's a terrible decision. Keep it in Cincinnati. That's fine if they want to do it, but put another game on in Kentucky. I don't know.
There should be the Sunday night game. That's what I like about the Sunday night game is later on in the week or later on in the year when the playoff picture starting to take form. They have that flex schedule for Sunday Night Football, which this game's been it might have been a 1 o'clock or a 4 o'clock, but it's been moved to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you can do that on Sundays because you got a lot of games you can move time. But on Saturday or Monday, you've got that schedule, and there's no everybody is already scheduled for Sunday, so you can't really move them to a different day.
Right.
So you're just kind of stuck.
And obviously when the schedule is released in May. Or whatever it is, that's when the Monday Night Football games are slated, and then, like you said, Burrow goes down, and then it's just like okay, great. But now I'm watching.
I know we touched base on this on one show before. I think that it's time to. I get that Friday's big for high school football, but I think it's time to get an NFL game on a Friday.
You could.
It's a weekend, man.
I said no.
You say no?
Not on Friday. Like I said,
over a
high school football. What are you going to do now? You're going to have NFL on Monday, Thursday, Friday.
Take away the
Sunday?
Thursday game. Thursday at 8:35 does not work for the
Yeah.
average 9 to 5 American.
Yeah.
That's good. That
Monday
goes with
through
our
Friday,
concert
9
talk.
to 5. Yeah.
A Tuesday night, 8
Yeah.
o'clock concert does not work for America.
Yeah,
It
you're
sucks,
right, yeah.
Yeah, as I'm saying, but like I think if they just tried one game on a Friday to see what how the market does, how the ratings do.
Well, we'll go
see
into
what happens.
later in the year. We go to the Saturday games during
But
playoffs.
even if you could do it at late, like a high school football game is over at 9 p.m. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like you could do an 8:30 game and still get your ratings and still let high school football be a thing.
Yeah.
I can't tell you last time I saw a high school football game on TV. Really, I know people go to them, but like
Not
did they even
until
televise them?
around here. I think it's like when the playoffs, like when the
I know
they're on the radio,
news,
but they're not so much televised. But it's it's your family, so you're not you're all right. So you're gonna say, hey, we're gonna have a Friday night game. So now, Dad is gonna decide what do I want to watch my son play, or do I want to watch?
Well, no. If the dad's team's playing, he's going to go. But 9 times out of 10, hell, now you have a DVR. If your son's playing in a game, you just DVR the fucking game and then go watch your son play. But I could see where eliminate the Monday night game. But that's like
that's like tradition, bro.
yeah.
I can get rid of Thursday night game all day.
Well,
I'm not
Thursday
big on
night
that.
game.
Thursday I would prefer.
I would say get rid of Thursday
Okay,
night.
yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
what we
put
said.
that
Thursday
game
night
on
game.
the
Sorry.
fucking
I know Monday's the
Sunday.
same time frame, but Monday Night Football is a staple.
That's
man.
right. Sorry.
Or move
Sorry,
the Thursday
folks. I
game to a
misspoke.
Monday.
I meant Thursday.
So I always have
I meant
two,
Thursday.
Have 2 Monday night games. Move
Put the
Thursday
pen
to
down
Monday.
on the hate letters. Let's put the pen down.
I think they are having next week. There's 2 Monday night games, I believe, right?
Sometimes they do.
Yeah,
I was like, but I can do that Thursday night game.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, yeah, because here lately they've been shit too.
and they're on Amazon.
It's like-
I got Amazon, but it's like
yeah, they're probably
I'm working. Like I'm getting up early. I'm working. I can't watch it.
I'm not watching
I watch the
whole
first
game.
half
Yeah.
and then that's it.
So I'm like,
Because it's usually the first half, like halftime starts about 10 o'clock. I'm like, all right. And
the same thing Monday nights, but I'm like Monday night.
But like
just
this
tradition.
last Thursday night game, the 49ers and the Rams, I give 2 shits. Like I got home from Jack Brown's and it was like, all right. I spent more time logging into the Amazon app to watch it than I did watching it. I'm like, all right, this is a joke. So,
But I mean, forget all that. San Francisco doing it with what they're doing with.
Yeah, I know. That was a good game. That was a good game. That
Yeah,
Dennis
especially
brother
what-
is a diehard 49ers fan, so
Okay.
we follow him pretty
I don't
a
know how
lot.
long McCaffrey's going to last doing all that shit. But
No,
yeah, some of the
But yeah,
stuff.
I'd say get rid of Thursday night games. I don't know why we put a Thursday night game in.
and you would think that bars would be happy with a Friday game.
Yeah.
Because more people are going to come out to the bar on a Friday
you're already
than a
getting
Thursday.
Your Friday night crowd and your Saturday night crowd.
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters on that aspect.
If you're a sports bar though, that could help you out a lot.
Well, then you got to think about
Well, staffing,
where we're at.
yeah.
Baseball playoffs.
Oh yeah,
You don't
true.
want to take away from that. You can't.
Well, wait,
That's
it-
what it is. It's kind of they intertwine. Like going into college, you're thinking college, and so.
But there
So
were
it's
no
working it all
baseball playoffs last night. They started today. Which, by the way, your Cubs are losing. It was 9-2.
No, I mean, it's the Brewers. I don't know. I'm against the Friday night game,
Okay, well, I support the Friday night.
but you got to think Friday night game. You also got some college games on Friday night. So now
Most of
we're
the
gonna-
time, it's Tulane
But it
versus
doesn't matter. But now you got
Southeast
So now you
Louisiana
take the few
crawfish.
fans that are watching that game and put them on a. So now you're fucking your college. kids
Not
up.
really.
So now you're screwing the high school kids and the college kids.
I can't even find the Cubs game. They got the Blue Jays game on here, the Yankees.
Yeah, the Cubs was probably over. It was middle of the 7th when.
The Yankees game was on.
Who's winning that one?
Let's go
Come
to
on, Blue Jays.
Go to it and see if we can
I'll give you a football score update. We've got Florida still beating Texas.
kill them.
Alabama is a little bit ahead of Vandy. I think that's right. Florida is 29. Texas is 14. Texas kind of trying to come back. Penn State getting whooped by fucking UCLA.
Yeah.
Notre Dame up 21-7 to Boise State. And that's the only one that's got.
So that's
2014.
another thing to touch on. Who was it that was actually giving Mali Alaula, whatever the hell his name is, the quarterback for UCLA? They were giving him praise.
The Brewers was 9-3. Right now, Blue Jays are
Yep,
winning.
sorry about your Cubbies.
Got another one.
Yeah, this game one way.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, come on. You ain't waving that W.
I mean, you got beat by the Reds one game.
Who did?
LA.
That's not my team.
You came.
Phillies.
Philly Clean.
The slow count's got the Dodgers. They're playing the Dodgers.
But, that last play, speaking of the Florida game, the quarterback ran one in for a touchdown and hurt himself. So, see how that goes.
Uh-oh.
29
But yeah,
points
so
in
some
fourth quarter.
sports announcer actually came out and is giving
Penn State's coming back. It's
The
34-28.
quarterback for UCLA that transferred from Tennessee,
Yeah.
the Molly, whatever.
Getting praise.
They're saying they took back everything they said about him. I'm like,
I mean, the kid was all right. He's not a superstar.
he wasn't worth $4 million.
Oh, he wasn't worth the money. That's what I'm saying. That's why you found out he was at UCLA. But I mean, he's good for UCLA.
Well, we'll see if they hold on to beat Penn State.
True. But still, I mean, he's good for UCLA.
Oh yeah, I mean UCLA's the little brother to USC. Speaking of USC, what about them losing last week to who'd they lose to on that last second field goal? That was great.
Number.
But anyway, I think Lincoln Riley's. I don't think he's long for the shores of California.
But we can talk about today's game for UK.
No, golly, man.
Why? What game? There's
hard.
There.
You knew what was happening, but I saw a story today reported by
The Onion.
no, it's he was on channel Dick Gabriel.
Okay.
That's probably it. So it's legit. He's like, last year he heard a source say that Stoops had asked to leave. It was like, I'm willing to negotiate my buyout with Mitch Barnhart.
Last year?
Yeah, but said Mitch Barnhart did not set the meeting.
Wow.
Shout out to Mitch Barnhart for fucking another year.
I think now that they're not the buyout at 34 million
but still,
is not,
I'm sure
not
it was
gonna
still
happen.
he wasn't going to take that much less. So
it would have been
last year would have been 40 something million. So he probably would have take $2 million off or something. So
He's the longest tenured coach in college football right now.
Wow.
That was a stat today. The longest tenured coach in college football, and
Wow.
he's not doing anything for the team.
So that tells you a couple things. He was looking to leave because he was trying to go to Texas A&M, and he was looking to leave, telling Mitch Barnhart he'll take a buyout.
Yeah.
So you think this year he's putting in work? You think he's trying to make Kentucky
No,
better?
it's gone.
No, Stoops, you suck. Hey, Stoops, you suck, baby. Get the fuck out of town. You suck, Stoops. Stoops sucks ass. You coach like shit.
Take your nasty bourbon
I don't
with
even
you.
like Kentucky, but hey, I'm going to tell you, Stoops sucks. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like if that's my coach and he comes to me and looking to
Leave?
walk with Texas A&M, looking to walk, tell me in my face he wants to walk, why am I keeping him?
Well, the thing
I'm
is,
going to try to do something. or
well,
I'm
we
gonna-
all know what happened with A&M. A&M withdrew the offer
Yeah.
because they didn't want another Jimbo Fisher or somebody off of his tenure or whatever. Because Stoops was under Jimbo in Florida State. So,
Knew you were
but
getting-
yeah,
knew you were getting shit. Mitch Barnhart knew he was going to get shit this year, regardless, because Stoops isn't here. He's
True.
like Calipari. I'm gone. Mentally, he's
Checked
checked
out.
out of Kentucky.
well, maybe Mitch didn't set the meeting because it's like, who am I going to get?
But you can get anybody.
What did you hear? Well,
But it's,
when he was
can
talking
we
about
pay
going
it
out,
off? How much was he looking to drop off his contract?
Like you said, probably $2 million.
That's what I'm saying. So you're still stuck with him,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I'd have put it out in the media. And
Tim Couch was
and put the
interested in
pressure.
Tim
and put
Couch?
the pressure
yeah,
on.
he-
As a coach?
As a coach, when Stoops was wanting to go to A&M, Tim Couch reached out and said he'd be willing to come in as a first-time football coach.
I don't know if you go that route either. I want to see established.
Might
I want
be
you got to
better.
be established something.
Yeah.
Coach high school, do something.
I still think so. Here's what's
He's
going
one
to
of the best
happen.
quarterbacks coming out of Kentucky, I think.
Like,
Even though he
they
didn't,
came out of-
he
yeah.
died out. He's better than Will Levis, I think. That's just a personal
yeah.
opinion.
Here's what's going to end up happening, though. Well, not it's. I don't have a crystal ball. Can't see in the future. But my take is that they all want this one kid out of Tulane. The guy out of Tulane, I think, is who he's coaching. He coached here or from here or whatever. So what's going to happen is you're going to have other coaches get fired, and this kid from Tulane, this guy from Tulane, is going to be snagged up, and then they're going to buy Stoops out, and then there you sit with nobody.
Anybody. You keep saying no, but you're like the Kentucky fan. Who are we gonna get? Who else are we gonna get besides Stoops? Stoops is so good. Who else? Anybody. I'll bring in a fucking high school coach. He can do better than that. Bring in somebody that's got some fire, a young
coach at
guy.
Langston Catholic High School could probably better than-
We've got Pennington over at
Sayer.
Sayre. Fucking NFL player, quarterbacks, good mind. Move him the fuck up.
Yeah.
Why not? What are you gonna lose? You don't have to pay him that much money.
Got to pay him more than Sayer's going to pay him.
And that's Jason's hot take.
I
Sponsored by.
I think even Kentucky can pay more than
You think?
Sayre.
Can we?
But I mean, yeah, everybody's like, who are we going to get? Stoops is not that good, number one. Number two, you can get anybody. You can bring in, I mean, what do you think?
Well, like
Indiana
you
got
said, though,
their
you
coach?
want somebody
Bring it.
established.
I don't.
You don't
I
want
don't
somebody
care about
established?
established.
You don't care about. So
I mean,
why not Tim Couch?
Not Tim Couch, somebody that hadn't coached. I want somebody that's coach, but it didn't have to be an established great winner. He won
but
70 games at X college
as a QB coach.
Well, no, I don't
not
want
a head coach.
I don't want somebody who's got 70 wins, because that 70 wins means you're probably 70 years old. You know.
Well, you know what I'm getting.
Yeah, but it's
it
like
doesn't have to be.
It's got to be a young. It's got to be a young, up and coming.
As a Kentucky fan, I would want a young up and comer. Now we've gone through this series of we're bringing in old guys, and it's not going nowhere. You got to bring in a young up and comer offensive coordinator, which is what you would want.
Oh yeah.
You know, whatever. Bring in somebody offensive.
I'm gonna do a Kentucky Bramble.
Bramble?
I'll take another one.
Another one? Okay. All right, do you guys want to put anything else in right now, or are you good?
I'm all right now.
Okay, perfect. I'll be right back.
Let's get Andy Reid when he retires. We'll just pull a hole.
Yeah.
The talk of Gruden wanting to come to the SEC. I don't think he'd come to Kentucky. He's probably working on some other job.
Alabama.
But Alabama's turning it around a little bit in their 2014 against Vandy. But I mean, could be a possibility if the Kentucky job opens up. But I don't think Mitch would. I don't know what he'd be looking for money-wise. I don't think we've got that money.
Isn't the SEC looking to add 2 more teams in 2028? What they were talking about doing? I think UNC was interested in coming to.
Yeah,
They
I've
talked
heard
about
that.
UNC
I don't know if that was
before,
still
but
a thing or not.
I've
You
heard
need
about
2
that.
teams.
I
You
think
can't just pull them in.
I think they're
So
solid right now with it.
who else comes if they did though?
Right.
What would you say would be the other team right now? Would it be?
From
They
the
would try to,
ACC?
Florida State would be an option if they can get out of their deal.
Yeah.
I don't like them, but they are a brand name that would.
They are. So is Miami. I mean, why not try to get them?
But then you
Florida
get another
State's
cool
looking
thing
to
if you get Florida State
Huh?
versus
Miami's
Florida.
not looking to leave.
Oh,
State's
Florida State
looking-
is looking to leave?
They've been trying for a couple years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
ACC.
I didn't know that.
They were
Okay.
bound by contract. They were talking about the SEC before, but the contract was they're bound.
Oh, I did not.
money-wise.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought, you know.
But
Then you get another great rivalry game. You get Florida State and Florida, just like now
Yeah.
you get Texas A&M and Texas. That mean like
Would
it's
you take a Gruden?
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, they take anybody.
I mean, it would be a good quarterback, offensive minded.
You'd have his brother Jay Gruden come on as the offensive coordinator. But, I mean, you saw what he did when he was the offensive coordinator for Tampa for, I think, with Brad Johnson, I think, on the Super Bowl. So,
I don't know if Mitch is that smart to connect
but
that
then
deal.
Jay went on to coach the Washington Redskins, and then, you know, they didn't translate to the head coaching job. But yeah, so he would probably bring in Jay as the offensive coordinator. I mean, and like I said, Brad Johnson at that time with Tampa was a journeyman. Like he wasn't like a big name guy. And look what
That would be your big name hire coup for Kentucky. They got rid of Super brought in Gruden.
Gruden.
But I don't know how serious that was of a conversation. But,
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a young up and comer. You've got nothing to lose, nothing. So you bring in some new guy. He comes in and he goes, 3 and whatever. He's like, Steve, you're in the same boat. You're paying him less. Give him a couple years. If not, then you move on to the next guy.
Yeah, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take like
Thank you,
that
man.
4 year.
Kentucky fans aren't expecting a whirlwind of excitement. Thank you.
No, but
And
you
the
definitely.
other big part is if you don't start winning, whether it's the coach or not, drafting anyone is going to be hard. Getting
Yeah.
anyone into your school to make you, because sometimes it's the players to get the win, not just the coach. We always blame the coach. You're not going to have a good drafting season. You're not going to have a good year. You're not going to get anyone that wants to play for
Draft.
UK. Well, you know.
Pay him.
Well, now it's the NIL.
The thing
Yeah.
Kentucky has, and has always had, and now it should be working to their favor, is come in and play. You got,
show us what you can do.
You got Ohio State, you got Alabama, you got Georgia. You're going to sit behind somebody there.
Yeah.
Kentucky has the option to be like, hey, I'll play you. You're playing game 1. You're the starter.
Right.
That's where they got until they build the program up to a level where they're not that. So they've got that in their pocket, and they've always had that, but they don't use it correctly.
Yeah.
We're bringing in some 7th-year
Yeah.
tard.
And any Kentucky player that's smart, that was actually decent, does not stick around.
Right.
They take their first
Damian
opportunity
Harris.
out the door.
Damian Harris, Mr. Football in Richmond, goes to Alabama, sits for 3 years, and then, he gets drafted, plays for the New England Patriots,
There's no way you're on the
and
podcast
now it's
right
it's still doing that or
Hey,
whatever.
Buckeye Alley!
Oh,
What you doing, Buckeye Alley?
Why are you always on the podcast?
Which is the same time every week.
Look at Allie in the chat.
Yeah, what you got the hell on your head?
Because I'm about to get ready.
For what?
Are those oversized curlers? Oh my God, she's got the White Claw.
White Claws are out.
Jeez.
What are you pre-gaming for?
We're going out.
Who?
We're going out of town.
With who?
Say hi. Sarah, say hi to the podcast.
Well, there's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Kentucky Sarah crying because she got beat again today.
Yeah, she took that badass L.
Yeah, she did.
Well, I was just seeing what you were doing. I didn't know you were podcasting.
Podcasting.
I don't know who we are half the time either.
You'll have to let me know when this gets aired
Okay.
to the public.
Let's see. Better than me see you.
I know. Can you hold me closer to the camera so they can see me?
Damn, you're so demanding.
Buckeye
Look at that
Alley.
beautiful girl right there. Most beautiful girl in the world.
Who are you with?
The Brewery Boys.
Hello.
What up?
What up?
Okay, love you.
Oh, you're hanging up on me?
Well, you getting ready?
It's like a nursing home out here. They'll be their bedtime if you keep them on here too much longer.
A nursing home?
You gonna
Who
get?
said that?
You gonna get in the conversation? We're talking
I'm in the
about. We're talking about
conversation.
UK
I'm in
football.
I'm in it, and UK football is ass.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that's why Alabama's about to lose.
Who's the boy there?
There's multiple.
Oh.
You ain't got to worry about one.
Let's see him.
I've already been walked up the steps.
That's what I thought.
Dad, you hush it. Claire's about to go poo-poo.
Uh-oh.
What are you calling out?
Are you calling me out?
Yeah.
Now millions of people, millions and
That
millions
was
of
breaking.
people
That
know.
was breaking news.
Breaking news on the Brewery Boys.
Somebody's got to poop.
Somebody's got a poop.
Sarah's taking a poop.
Sarah's taking a poop.
Literally, she closed the door on me and everything, y'all.
Oh.
You don't want to go in
She
there.
does she turn the fan on?
I hope so, because I ain't going in there after that.
Or at least light a match or a candle or something?
We need something. Okay, I'm in the conversation. Let's go.
We're talking about UK football. What do you got to say about the coach?
She already said he sucks.
He sucks. Do you even know who the coach is?
No. Wait, what does it start with?
S.
Stoops.
There you go.
Yay.
Yeah, ass.
Who's gonna win tonight?
Ohio State.
Damn right.
Who's playing tonight?
Ohio State, Minnesota.
Ohio State.
Minnesota.
Oh wait. I thought it was no, Miami and Florida State are playing tonight.
But Ohio State is playing tonight as well.
They're playing Minnesota?
Update on the podcast. No, they want to know. What? Update on the podcast. Sarah's back and she just had a toot.
Just
Oh, she tooted? Oh, just a toot. Okay. So she goes she goes behind closed doors to toot.
better to be safe than
What a
sorry.
lady.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Better sorry.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, about 7:30. Miami, Florida State, Minnesota, and
Okay,
Ohio
well,
State.
I'll let you go.
Okay, love you. Be careful.
Love you. Bye, podcast. Love y'all.
Later, love you, Allie.
I'm drinking my White Claws.
Whatever. Not too many.
6 is your limit.
Yes, sir.
That's like one beer.
Okay, love y'all. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
All right, that was Buckeye Alley giving a
Give us an update.
Giving the old UK a fuck
Buckeye.
you.
Yeah,
She knows what it's at.
Buckeye Jason had to become a father there for a second.
Find out where she's gonna be. I'll
Where
show
them
up.
boys?
Who the fuck we talking to?
Yeah.
He shows up, just stone cold, 2 White Claws above his head, just starts pouring
Yeah.
them down. Everyone's like, all right, we're out of here. All right, you're all right, Allie. Just go
Party's
home with your
over.
dad.
Party's
Yeah.
over.
So, yeah. So getting back onto it, like, yeah, I mean, I'm not a UK fan either, but I would like to see. A decent product on the field. I mean,
It's hard to be a fan. It's hard to be a supporter. It's hard to stick with the team.
Well, like I said, if we talk about Stoops sucking, it's like, how many offensive coordinators you can go through, bro?
yeah.
Before you
but-
realize.
And we've talked about Stoops ad nauseum.
I think they started the 7th year guy today.
Yeah, he
I
did.
think he
And
started
he did good.
No.
Cutter.
He
Yeah,
was,
Cutter
only, he was
played.
only
But
no Cutter Bowling.
Cutter Bowling has played today.
He played, but I thought
Yeah.
they started.
They did, and
Vanderbilt.
they took him out
That's
fast.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, why would you start him?
Yeah.
so he was the 7-year guy.
The 7th year guy started the game. Was
Because
out
they were
quick.
trying
Well, no,
to.
because when I got home,
Cutter was in.
Zach was saying that the other kid from LCA was in.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying.
He said he's terrible too.
Yeah, they start. So they did.
He actually started out pretty decent. He threw a couple good balls. Then, I mean, it's Georgia and
'Cause-
Kentucky. And
Yeah. I will say though.
they scored throwing to their tight ends. Like, where the fuck was that at?
Yeah.
And then get away from it.
course.
Our defense played very well today. I will say I think that Georgia would have got a lot more points on us had our defense not played as good as they did. But I don't know.
That's twofold. I think Georgia's not as good as everybody thinks.
There's that too. They're not one of the better teams, right? Yeah. But I mean, we did a good job keeping them from scoring several times, and we did get that one interception, which was nice. But nothing came of it.
Right.
You know, then it was just 4 and done on that. So it's just we need to work on our offense and our quarterback, but obviously coach that's another big thing. But we can't always blame the offensive coordinator, like you're saying. How many years are you going to go through? And
Today would be, I'd fire the offensive coordinator.
yeah,
I'll promote somebody, quarterback coach, whoever. Just he's not doing
figure it out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. At this
But
point,
you're
you're going to win. You're going to get 3 wins this season.
Yeah, Kentucky's not going
You've
to
got
a bowl
nothing.
this year.
You've got nothing to lose. Throw somebody out there and be like, I'm making a change, whatever. But like I said, Stoops is checked out too, and he doesn't care. But smoking his cigar, living his glory days of he beat a Florida team that was shitty that year, and he thinks he's so great.
Yeah, at halftime he's making his reservations for whatever he's going to eat dinner at.
Yeah.
He didn't, you know.
Get in my belly, I fat bastard, Stoops. Loser.
Trading
Leave town.
already
Leave
won
town.
first.
Leave town. Stoops, leave town.
Tubby had the grace to
I mean,
do
like
it.
the
Cal had the
Bengals.
grace to do it. Just go on and go.
I mean, give it up, bro. I mean, you got enough money. Just leave. You suck. You're whatever legacy you thought you had, you've blown it.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. So okay.
Product on the field is horrible. The
So-
coaching is horrible.
Going into the whole, like, you know, we're still not even, playoffs aren't even forming yet. It's still up and down. You know, teams are beaten. How much longer do you feel the NIL, the teams can do this NIL?
Forever.
I mean, obviously
But there has to be a limit. You can't continue to allow kids to move every single year. It's ridiculous.
I'm not. I guess I should have. I guess I should have rephrased the NIL, not because that's the transfer portal. How long do you think that they could do?
I like the transfer portal personally. But
I do too, but I agree with the thing.
Why?
Every year, you can't do it every year. If you're unhappy with your playing time, play better.
if you're a good player though, and you want to go to a better school, I'm all about it.
What?
Just once, that's it. One time.
Well, no. I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't say do it more.
All
I'm
right,
just saying I don't
we'll get into
disagree with
this.
the transfer portal.
From now on, we're going to have a contract. You sign a contract like a pro player.
Okay,
You
yeah,
can be hired,
you're getting paid,
fired.
so yeah.
You're getting paid.
I think
Yeah.
that's
You
where
suck.
Do that, yeah.
I'm firing you.
Yeah.
Transfer portal doesn't open up to the fall, so you're sitting somewhere.
I think
Yeah.
that's
You're on the bench.
coming.
and you're giving me that money back. I'm not paying you that money.
That should happen. That should happen.
Yeah.
I think
do that.
number one, if you get money, let's say over a certain amount, you pay the school for your tuition.
Yep. That
Shouldn't be
should.
free. That should be thrown in. Now you're making that money. You're a contractor. Now you're paying the school, whatever
Yeah.
whatever.
If you leave, you pay the money back.
Right.
You pay your tuition
You
back to
can't
the
be
school.
going somewhere every fucking year. That's ridiculous. It just is. It's not even pro football. Pro players aren't leaving.
They're
every
not
year.
able to, yeah, their contracts don't let them do that at all.
Right.
And they got to pay back too if they decide to.
I
They're
blame
out.
all
They pay
this
the
on
contracts back.
Billis.
Huh?
Crying about players getting paid. Jay Billis. It was all his fault.
Oh, the basketball guy.
Yeah,
The-
yeah. He was all pro. I was like, and you knew it was going to be fucked up because, number one, if you NCAA should have had the balls to step in the beginning and be like, all right, we're going to pay you. Each player gets X amount of dollars. This is what it should have been.
What was the cap? Do you remember?
There's no cap.
There's not a cap.
They're trying to.
I was gonna say
That's what I said.
there needs to be a cap.
So it should have been, instead of worrying about the fucking cream cheese on your croissant, should have been, all right, we're going to allow players to make a stipend. You know, these kids are putting in some time. They don't have a lot of extra money to work jobs. They can't.
They don't
They
have time
can,
between
they can
school
work
and
jobs, but they can't work jobs. So, all right, I'm going to give you $2,000 a month so you can go out and have a good time with your friends. You can go out to dinner. You can do this and that.
A living wage.
Kind of like, but you're still, people forget. You're still, even though these kids, a lot of them aren't going all the way, you're still getting paid your tuition.
Yeah.
You can blake that all you want.
That's
all right, $250,000 for my tuition at a big major college. That's good money.
You're leaving them an
Yeah.
education.
There's a lot of kids. My kids, I would like to have them to have that money to go.
Oh yeah.
You're getting paid that amount already. Everybody was like, forgot that. Oh, they're really getting tuition. Who cares? We're getting room and board.
Yep.
Let's think about that.
Meal
for a minute.
plan.
Yeah, you got a meal plan.
I'll throw this out there. Just Ohio State. They've got the facilities. So they go in, they get up in the morning, they roll into their private cafeteria. Things shit's laid out for them. They got special dietary needs. It's made for them. You know, they got selections to pick out throughout the day. They can come back in later, get a snack. They got the next meal. They're taken care of. They got swag coming in now. You know, you're getting clothes.
Free
to wear.
shoes, hoodies.
Well, you're getting all your shit. You're getting all your free clothes. You know, these big programs. I understand little programs are a little less, but I mean, think about this. Every school has medical.
Yeah.
These athletes are getting
Free,
better medical
yep.
than you and me.
Free
Yep.
healthcare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Free healthcare. That's another thing that everybody forgets magically.
Yeah.
They're getting free
Yeah,
healthcare.
me or you break our ankle right now, it's going to cost us some money.
Yeah.
You know, and time
They
off
get
work.
the best doctors, and it's free and it's paid for. So they've entitlement. They've already got all this money coming.
Yeah.
I agree. They should have been some extra money put aside. Bob can go out and have a dinner date with his girlfriend, or go to the movies. They can go to the movies.
Yeah.
Can't afford to work. You don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
All right. So here's your excess money.
Pay for your Uber, not give them a car.
If I get a cream cheese bagel, it's okay. We'll survive the cream cheese bagel. Cream cheese on your bagel. But now we're at the point where it's just woo. It started off the rails, and we're staying off the rails right now.
Yeah.
It needs to come back in. We're gonna cap it, which is stupid. That we're gonna cap a fucking college athlete money. Like, why are we paying these kids? Some of these guys looking for $4-5 million to play college football, bro.
I think
You're a student athlete. You're not a professional. So now we're saying, in view of everything, is we're just a minor league. College is
Oh,
now
yeah,
a minor
Yeah.
league for the NFL.
Yeah.
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 I think it started in college basketball,
So
right?
we have to go with contracts. Yeah.
It wasn't. They had to do it
Well-
around all sports, but basketball was the reason NIL like this happened,
Jay
right?
Billis was pushing that. Northwestern was the football team started it
Yeah.
a couple years ago. They wanted to do the
They won some lawsuit,
yeah.
or they won some kind of court case that allowed them to get paid for name, image, and likeness.
And it just
NIL.
Yeah.
all right, name, image, and likeness. So it should have been capped from the beginning.
Yeah.
You can't be out there and like because
Well, you got kids suing
we
video
talk about the
games
sport.
now.
It's like, all right, we're in a locker room, and Tim comes in as a star. All right, so the name, image, and likeness, and the conglomerate group is going to pay him $5 million to come in and play maybe for a year. But we're linemen. I'm helping him look good. We're getting
Shit.
maybe, if we get a deal,
A free meal?
$5,000.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're good, $100,000.
Maybe that quarterback's kicking you some shoes every now
Yeah.
and then. You know, like
If he's not cooking me nothing, I'm like, fuck you.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my
But,
blind side? Yeah, here you
You gotta
go.
do it in such a way that you still look good, but it's
Well,
not
yeah.
like, fuck you, bro. You
Yeah.
come in with an attitude, you're making $4 million fucking dollars as
Yeah.
a fucking student.
Well, that's why we.
18 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this too. And on the pro level, that's why you see when these running backs and quarterbacks get all this stuff. Like they're like, what was the quarterback that gifted his linemen the go karts that were all personalized, and they were
They did that. That was probably Prescott for Dallas. He bought everybody a
okay. Well,
razor or something.
or yeah, it was a razor. That's what it was. Well, then
I
so
mean,
and then
yeah,
you've got
do that.
these running backs that are like, hey man, I got the rushing record, but it's like I'm taking my lineman to fucking Hawaii with me. You know what I mean? Like I'm taking care of the people that took care of me, and that's good to see, but that doesn't always
You're not
happen.
going to see that on a college level.
No,
because
you're
they're
not.
not mature enough.
No.
Let's be real. They're not mature enough to make $5 million
Because it's still all about me.
They're barely 18 years old.
And you're making
You know?
$5 million
Yeah.
18 to play football.
Yeah, they don't know how to handle
Bro.
it. It's too much, and then you're going to get a lot more Johnny Manziel situations. I feel like
Yeah.
out of this because they don't know what to do with the money and the
Yeah.
fame.
Well,
They-
like we're talking about the kid that went to UCLA from Tennessee.
Yep.
Thought he was worth more than the money was. You're a fucking student athlete at college.
Yeah.
You're not worth that to begin with.
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But because the market, and we haven't capped it, and nobody cares, and it's just all running wild, it's like he thought he was greater than he was. And
Well,
whatever
now
lost
he's
money,
at,
but
now he's at UCLA.
still shouldn't be making that much money.
No,
No, as much as the college athletes hate me for this, you shouldn't be making $1 million to play college athletics.
You're getting a free education.
Getting a free education. Oh, well, All right, now I'll throw the stipend in for you. Whatever the stipend is, it should be maxed. Everybody gets that. Everybody on the team gets, $5,000 extra a month. I mean, as an 18-year-old kid back in the day,
if I had
played sports, I'd be like, $5,000. I'm not having to work. I'm just
think
playing
about
football.
this
Awesome.
though. Think about this. If we had $2,000 extra a month,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would be that's a gold mine to me.
I'm throwing $5,000 at you, and that's a good paying job in the real world.
Oh, that's a hell of a paying job
So-
for a month.
Yeah,
And
none of
like
us
I
here are making
The
$5,000
free
a
medical,
month.
the free education that everybody forgets about. Oh, it's just a free. Yeah, it's still money.
But that is the
Food is still money.
That is and go a little bit step above. I hate doing this, but that is as a society, that is what we have brought it to, because, like you said, it's the small things, the healthcare, the free education.
So you're saying we created this monster?
Not created a monster, but it's the value that we put on the sport.
Yeah, we took away the value of the education and the healthcare and the food, and the room and the board, and thought, these kids aren't getting nothing.
Oh, yeah, they are.
He's living in a dorm for free. He's going to college for free. He can make himself better by getting education. That's on him.
That's on him.
He can get a career outside of football if he needed to. Yeah, because he's getting a degree.
You're still going to get the education. You should still be going to college
to get the education.
It shouldn't be, I'm going and I'm going to leave in a year, so I don't have to worry about the education because I'm going to go here. I'm this good. You still get the education.
Yeah.
To fall back on, whatever. If something happens, but still, you're there for a free education.
Well, that's
There's a lot of kids at that college that don't get the free education.
No shit.
They're not getting the free medical. They're not getting the
Did
free
any of your
meals
kids
plus
get the
a
free?
day.
Did they get scholarship? Yeah. See,
they're not getting the free.
mine's
meals
not going to get a
every
free
year.
education. I'm going to have to pay for him to go wherever he wants to go. And
He'll get a baseball scholarship.
I mean,
I wish.
I think that's going to happen. No.
But it's just like
He's dedicated to the sport.
I hope so.
I think so.
well, it doesn't matter.
Fingers
he's not gonna
crossed.
he's not going to get a huge.
No, it'll be
My daughter did get a little something kicked back through whatever.
But cheerleading for Eastern, two-time national champion?
Well, the one team was her team was one time.
Oh, she did. I thought she got two.
She was all girls in the co-ed one a year ago or a year before.
Oh, that's the only one. I thought she had two. Okay. Well, still, she can call herself a national champion. I mean, that's
Division One national champion.
yeah. That's pretty freaking good.
Throws that in brother's face all the time. 'Cause he was Division 3.
EKU D1?
Yeah. Yeah. But yes,
You understand that the colleges like EKU and the lower tier,
Yeah, Northern Kentucky.
they're not making the money to pay
Bowling
these
Green.
kids. So it should have been arranged that kind of evenly, somewhat delves out some kind of even thing, because you're still going to have your Ohio State, your Georgias, your Alabamas,
yeah, the big
Texas
powerhouses.
A&M. Any school in Texas is going to have oil money. They've got all.
Oh
kinds
hell yeah, Oklahoma too.
I mean, you're just throwing money at players now. It's not even like I said, it's not even like a pro player. We're throwing more money at these college kids than we are pro players in most cases.
Yeah, the college quarterbacks are making more money than
a
an
starting-
offensive lineman, for sure,
Well,
in
they're
the
making more
NFL.
money than a rookie
Quarterback
in the
yeah.
NFL.
Yeah.
For what? You don't even know what he's
You don't know what he can do yet.
He's coming in out of high school, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, here's $4 million. You had a good high school career. I'm giving you $4 million. Why? Why, bro? He'll be here a year, even if he's good. I'm moving on to the next place. So I start out at Bob's College, and I'm going to move to Georgia next year. If Georgia doesn't play me, I'm going to go to Alabama. And if Alabama doesn't play me, or basically, it's not even if they're playing. It's like, who's going to give me the bag?
That's right now. That's what it
It's
is.
like,
I mean,
all right, I'm playing at Georgia. Well, Alabama in my ear going, you come to us next portal, we'll pay you $1 million more. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going
Then
there.
you're on
Yeah.
Alabama
Well-
next year. Then it's like, you got fucking Florida in here. You're like, we'll pay you another $1
well,
million.
look at what Carson Beck did for Georgia. He left for Miami for $4 million, and it's because.
$4 million for a college
But
athlete.
it's because the grumbling was he wasn't going to be the starter because
If
of
you're
how
not
he
gonna
played
be a
in the
starter,
bowl game.
You're not going to be a starter. That's what I'm saying. These kids nowadays have forgotten that it's what you do on the field.
Yeah.
If you're not good enough to start at that school, whatever it is, school, then work your ass off
Exactly.
to become a starter.
That's what I'm saying. It's your fault if you're not good enough. So
Participation trophies. No.
yeah, that's
quit and leave.
that's the kids
Pick
that
my
are
ball
coming up
and-
now are the participation trophy kids. These are the ones in the early 2000s when it was, oh my God, everybody's got to be a winner. Here you go, Charlie, for playing. Here you go, everybody got a trophy. These are the kids now.
And they're entitled. They're expecting.
Exactly.
Where college football and sports is in general, with the pay, they're expecting that money. So some kid in high school right now is like talking to getting recruited by all these colleges. Like, what can you offer me? I don't want playing. I just want money. It's like, how much money can you give me? More than a pro player is making. How much money can I go to college for?
The one thing that I would like to hear is, what is a recruiting trip for the head coach to go sit on the couch and say, I want you to come, so the first question out of used to be, and I'm just speculating now, used to be, will my son play?
Yeah. What's the chances of playing?
What am I? Is he going to start? What are?
Seen him, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Who's he going to sit behind? How long?
So
is there a chance that is there going to be a real quarterback battle? That
right. Exactly.
Win?
So those were, I think those were the conversations back in our day, back in the 90s, and now in early 2000s, even in the 2010s. Now I got a feeling it's, well, how much is he going to make? And
you can't go in as a coach without knowing what your collective is willing to pay for that player.
Because you're going to have to say, we can pay him.
He can get this
NIL money.
We've got Paul Milliford ready to pay.
Yeah.
$5,000 a spot for him to come out and talk to there. We got this and that. And the thing is like image and likeness. The kid's gone a year. The fan base doesn't even really know who he is.
Right. Yeah.
So you're coming in as an 18-year-old kid. All right. This is our new star. Okay, it's Bob. Bob's the new star, and who's Bob? I don't know. He came in the school. Then by the time you get to know Bob, he's gone. He's gone for the next place, and they're like, "Who the fuck is Bob?"
I would.
He played at Kentucky for this year.
Yeah, I would love, if anybody watching this knows Eric Dickerson's number, I want to talk to Eric Dickerson and Craig James, because SMU have got to be absolutely what the fuck.
They were doing it back in the day. They're doing it now. They're bringing in players now. But
I know it wasn't legal back then, but at the same time, they did what's going on right now, and it's like, motherfuckers.
SMU just went a little overboard, and they just went crazy with it. Yeah, I just think it's too much. I don't believe in paying the college athlete that much money. It just
and that's kind of why. I mean,
all for it. If my son was great enough to play at college football level and was like, hey, I'd be like, hell yeah, $8 million. But I'm like, you're not worth it. You're an 18-year-old kid. You're going to fucking college, getting an education. Number one.
Oh, I'd still be on mine's ass. Go to school. Get to class.
Do you remember when Joe Bologna's got in trouble for giving free food to the UK basketball players? That was before the NIL. They're like, you can't do this.
That's what I'm saying. When I was running the restaurants, I had UK football players come work for me. They can only do a certain number of hours. You get a double check. You got to prove that they were there. Blah 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 blah. And it makes it hard. That's why I said there's a stipend. Put a stipend in.
Yep.
So you got so much extra money. You can go out with your friends. You can have.
You don't have to have a job.
You don't need a fucking Lamborghini.
Right
off the bat. You don't need $1 million right off the bat. No. You don't need to be somebody buys you a house right off the bat.
You need a $100,000 gold necklace around your neck that says you're quarterback. Like
Sanders kids just blew my mind. He was just Mr. Over Extreme. I'm making the money, blah blah. You're 18 years old.
It was funny watching them get drafted, man. I thoroughly enjoyed that shit, man. That's what you fucking get. You had a party for your draft, and you didn't even get picked in the first fucking round.
Yeah.
I mean,
his son had to drop his dad to get drafted.
And then he gets flagged on the 15-yard punch at a player, and then gets released the next week.
Hey, but his jersey's retired. That's all that matters.
I was saying, he came in and played, 1 or 2 years he was there? Like, you're retired? No.
Basically 2 years, pretty much, yeah.
That reminds me of your buddy Peter. It's like, one match makes a Hall of Fame retired. It does not, bro. 2 years does not make you a retired jersey.
No.
I don't care if you come in and you go undefeated. It's 2 years you haven't proved.
No, the records need to be broke and all that stuff. But that's another reason why I kind of branched out to different sports to watch, because it's there for a while. It's like, okay, Ohio State, you've got the Michigans, you've got the Georgias, the Alabamas. Everybody's playing now. I mean, I do like the parody now, but at the same time, it's like, All right.
Now,
Yeah.
you talk about, everybody in the SEC is all upset because they're not as good as they used to be. And it's like, the big thing is, well, now every other conference is paying their players.
Yeah.
Surprise. You guys,
Just
what-
checking in. You guys okay?
I'm all right right
appreciate you
now.
checking in.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
I'm okay right now.
So it's like, and SEC's like, no. Yeah, you've been paying your players. I mean, everybody's kind of been paying their players, but I think
Actually,
SEC was really
Matt,
paying.
can I get an ethereal white ale?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I think now that it's in the open, more conferences are going to pay more, where SEC was already paying that. I think you can question me all you want, but yes, SEC I think was paying more for their players than every other conference.
Probably.
I think down the
So
road
now
you're going to see.
we've evened it out a little bit. Now SEC's struggling.
Well-
And it's all part of the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Now you can't keep a player for you're not stacking your team over and over and over again. You've got to actually go out and recruit. You've got to recruit your team you have
Yeah.
to come back.
Yeah.
Plus, in the portal, go get those guys that
Right.
have moved on.
No good college player is staying at the same team or even in the NCAA anymore after 1 year,
Right.
Because money gets thrown at them and they're going to leave. Like you
Yeah.
don't see multi-year players like you, and I think that you should see that. If they go to the NFL, I get it. That's fine. They're going to go to the NFL, but I want to see players stay at the same school. I want to see them
That's what I had with
develop the
basketball.
teams. You know,
College basketball for the last few years has gotten to the point where
One and done.
one and done.
Yeah.
When that one and done started, I was like, this is ridiculous, man. I don't even know who the hell's playing.
yeah.
I used to get into Kentucky basketball a bit because they're local and it's like, Ohio State's not that good, but basketball. But you learn a guy, you start to try to get his name, and then by the time you get his name, he's gone. And next year you got a whole new team. And as much as you think, like
95 Jetta.
Calipari
Yep.
brought in these superstars, he couldn't win a championship because they couldn't get developed. So what are you going to do? So now people, I think, are learning you've got to stack your team with, like Pope did last year, you got to stack your team with some 4-year, 5-year seniors that have been there, that are seasoned, they've played.
Go for some guys that are not
Thank
aren't
you.
trying to go
You
pro.
can't just
Right?
go all one and done's like Calipari was doing because it's not going to work.
Well, no, I mean, we all know at the end there, Calipari was just about the NBA, getting his players in. And
He's
Well,
like-
he's one of the best recruiters I think that college basketball has ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, whether or not they were winning championships,
Yeah.
the man
He can
knows
recruit.
how to recruit.
Kentucky fans got lulled into we're the winningest program and we win a lot. Well, I don't care. I'm like, if my team is winning, okay, that's good. I want to win championships.
Yeah.
I don't care if you win the whole regular
Yeah,
season
because
year after year after year. What's that tell? I don't give a shit.
Well, that's
I wanna
just
win a
like-
championship.
Doesn't Kansas and UCLA have more championships than Kentucky? North Carolina, Kansas, UCLA.
No, North Carolina doesn't. I think UCLA has more than
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
They got the-
Living on a team longer than most other teams too,
But
though.
Kansas, I don't know about Kansas.
Kansas is another one.
But
Champions
so,
Classic. When I watch that,
But
there's teams.
you're
that-
here. You're hired in as a coach to win a championship. I don't give a fuck if you send every fucking player to the NFL or to the NBA. You're here to win a championship.
But okay, so I'm a Tar Heel fan, and there was 2 years, like we won it in 93 against Michigan, the Chris Webber timeout, and then we played, Kentucky won, we played in the Final Four
96.
in 96, and we played in the Final Four in 98, and then, then we go through a stretch where it was kind of a down year, but then like 2016, or it was either 2017, we won it in 2017 and played for it. We either played for it in 2016 and lost, and then we won it the next year, or we won it the next year and then played for it and lost. But I'll take playing for a championship
Yeah, you got to be in the realm.
in the realm,
And you got to be in your conference championship game.
and we had
The last 10 years.
the last 10 years, yeah.
I mean, maybe once, twice, but I mean, he wasn't as great. I will say this: when
No, I'm not talking about Kentucky. I'm talking about Carolina. Yeah, I'm talking about Carolina. Now, yes, Kentucky, to be as blue blood as they like to say they are, then yes, you have to be running roughshod over the SEC, and that hadn't been happening for a long time.
getting bounced in the first round of the NCAA tournament,
Well,
then getting bounced
get,
in the round of the NIA.
yeah, first round. That was Robert Morris,
What is that? I can't
the NIT.
NIT.
Well, and of course that was Billy Gillespie. That was the whole debacle there.
No, that
But
was-
even Calipari got bounced once too. But the thing is, when you are a blue blood as everybody likes to call and say nowadays, then yes, you have to be running roughshod in your conference and in your conference championship. You can't have your coach up there going, well, it's the SEC championship. It just, that's not what we play for. No, that's exactly what you fucking play for.
And you play for the
national championship. Exactly.
If that's not your attitude,
then you need to go.
You could say like, hey, great guy. He brought in players. He pushed them to the NBA. How many Kentucky players have gone on to the NBA and been like superstars?
Well, Anthony,
not as many as you think he should push in. I mean, thanks, Nate, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I mean that's one that I could definitely say is he's doing good.
But he was like, that's all he was talking about. Like, I'm just here to I love my players. I'm just here to make them get into the next level.
I mean, Anthony Davis.
I don't want you to coach.
Anthony Davis.
If that's what you come in as my coach and you say, I'm just here to get him to the next level.
I can't think of. Anthony Davis is the only one that comes to mind that has actually won.
Yeah, John Wall.
An NBA. Oh no.
I mean, yeah,
that actually won a title in the NBA,
didn't he? With the Bulls.
No, Travis Ford was with the Bulls.
I thought he played the Bulls that year that won that championship. Where was Travis Ford at?
I don't think Travis Ford ever went pro. I think he got a tryout, but
Travis
I
don't.
No.
No, that would have been Patina.
Maybe he went Europe.
Yeah.
Maybe, but Anthony Davis is the only one that comes. I mean, I'm sure.
For a small guy, he can play.
I'm sure there's you can look at the rosters and there might have been one or two somewhere.
I mean, there was guys that went to the NBA, but they've never been.
Well, I miss the days you're talking about UNC
because he didn't develop them. You're coming in one and done, and he was not
the next best thing.
He was not a developer.
Yeah, he was looking for the next best thing.
What's his name? Went to U of L. Who was the coach?
Patina. Kenny Pickett.
When he lost Kenny Pickett was the guy who was developing the.
Not Kenny Pickett. Shit. Kenny Payne.
Kenny Payne. When he lost Kenny Payne, he was the guy that was developing the bench. Made him look good. They lost him. He wasn't a good head coach.
Oh hell, he wasn't. He was a terrible head coach.
He was one developing the players.
It makes it hard to watch NCAA basketball.
Calipari was not a developer of players. He was just give me the next guy, next superstar.
Like Tim said, he was a great recruiter.
Yeah, great recruiter.
Yeah, he didn't care. He was always looking for the next best thing. Yeah. He didn't care about developing once they were there. They were a good player. They did that 1 year for him.
And every year they're young. And
we're still learning to play together.
And it's their fault.
They're never going to learn to play together.
Every year it was their fault. It wasn't. He was coaching bad. It wasn't like he was. It's their fault.
Remember Vince Carter, Antoine Jameson?
Oh God, yeah.
So, but players like that went on to do good things in the NBA. They played 3 years for North Carolina.
Yeah.
Like I miss seeing it was fun to watch college sports.
Same with all college sports should be. You're there for 3 years.
3 years.
God,
you got to see these guys develop a team, and then when they left, because they were good enough to go pro, the team they played with was still good that was there. Because they wound up being your senior players, that these young guys that are coming in playing under them learn to play basketball, and then those guys can develop themselves and go somewhere else.
You can't bring in the one and dones and have a total freshman team like Calipari had every year. All freshmen. Bringing in, no, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's just not.
I see right now with UK, take it away. He might do something. His brother plays for Baltimore Ravens. So he'll go. This is their second year with us. I think he'll leave next season because he's got that notoriety because of his brother.
UCLA beat Penn State.
Ooh,
big upset. They're not even ranked.
And Penn State.
Florida's up 29-21 over Texas with a minute 47 left.
Who's got the ball?
Let me see when they go to here. Ooh, I see the head coach himself. I was thinking.
Yeah, it's like Alabama's going to take Vandy, though.
I don't know how much time is left in that one, didn't say.
What?
What, Alabama Vandy?
Oh. Tim's watching that
one. That's
one.
what I got that one on right now, yeah.
I've got my four pictures in, but they won't show the fucking score.
You still watching Florida?
That's what he's trying to. Who's got the ball?
Yeah.
Trying to see who's got the ball.
So it's 14-23 Alabama right now, 2 minute warning.
Yeah.
So I think Alabama takes this one.
No, Vandy's got the. Or is this a replay?
Vandy? You're watching Florida, Texas.
I've got a 4 screen.
Oh.
How are you doing that on that? I can't do it. I can
on YouTube.
I can, but I can't watch it like on a screen that small, man. Like, I can do that, every bit of that, but
his 80 overload.
Yeah, it does not.
Vandy has the
work well for me.
Has the ball right now.
Florida or Texas? Who has the ball?
It doesn't say they're on a timeout or a
commercial.
No, there's timeout field.
Well, so this is going to be.
Where the hell are you finding it for speed on your phone?
Go to,
We're talking tech, folks. We're talking tech.
Yeah, we're trying to figure this out. I'm taking some info from a boomer here, so.
no, no. Oh, fuck it.
He's got the same phone as me, the same app. He can't figure it out. Oh, don't worry, I couldn't either, so.
Oh, well, so, okay. So I stopped in. Oh. Y'all talk amongst. I got something I want to show you.
I've seen your wiener, Eric. I don't want to see it again.
This is a kid show.
I should not show your thing on
I definitely had to do it on the TV after this.
Oh, there you go. Watch more. So what we're talking about?
Where were we? We were still transfer portal. We started talking about 3 and done. If you're gonna get paid,
Yeah, it should
NIL,
be,
yeah,
it
3.
should be 3. I mean, football, you actually got to be here. Is it 2 or 3 years?
2 years.
Because you got to mature as a man to play football. Basketball, they go right away.
Yeah, 1 year of the play season, they do good and they're out. But NFL, you got a game you're looking forward to on Sunday? I don't know
You can,
who
you can
your
change
team
it,
is.
but you can.
Oh, all right.
You go to change multi-view and it'll. So,
All right.
Or you can go to change multi-view and ask. You can delete the game, whatever game's on, then scroll through and put another game on. So you can kind of create your own multi-view.
All right. So a few days ago,
You just go.
I went and visited what I've been told. Well, I know for a fact it is the oldest comic book store in Lexington.
Collectibles, etc.
No.
No. Comics interlude.
Yes. And I picked this up.
Ooh, brown bag. Oh, it's
he
like a
got great.
fucking
He got
case.
graded.
Look at that. Oh.
Big Bucks Eric over here.
Woo.
Oh, man. 9.8 too. White pages.
Helverine.
Helverine. Never heard of it.
White pages.
Of course, I'm not a comic book guy.
So we had. Let's show this to the.
How new is that? Or how
That's
old is
Okay,
it?
it's not old. It's new.
Oh, is it
But
really?
yeah, it's so this is it. This is the
They just made
very.
it look like an older.
This is the one of 25th edition, like one of 25.
Yeah.
I mean, Helverine, how old is that?
The character is probably 2 years old.
Okay, so it's fairly new.
Yeah, it's fairly new. But a 9.8 is as close to a 10 as you're going to get
You
straight
rarely
off
ever
the,
get a 10, yeah.
straight off the press. So anyway, and as you can see, that it's bad. It's it's got the hard case around it, and of course it's got the shell. But
CBC graded.
yeah, so I stopped in, and this is the first appearance of Hellhulk, which is this is Wolverine's son Dakin, as with the spirit of vengeance.
So not Project whatever. That was
No,
daughter.
that's
Project 23,
that's
whatever.
yeah. X23.
X23, yeah.
Anyway, so I talked to the guys because they are the oldest comic book store in Lexington, and a friend of mine, he's the owner, but now he's brought on some partners. So I was talking to Chris, one of the partners, and I've invited them to come to a recording because I feel like we talk some comic stuff here, so
That'll be all you guys.
well, I mean, if
Although
you're,
I would like to bring in my comic books collection and see what you guys think.
Uh-oh.
well, do it.
I bet you got something that's worth something you don't even realize it.
I
That's how most people that have those
Yeah,
the comic book
yeah.
collections, they've got a book that's hot that you have to have. You don't realize you have it.
Yeah, you can bring it anytime. But yeah, so I've invited them on. Actually, like I said,
Archman just got laid out and knocked his helmet off.
I stopped by the shop, obviously, like I said, dropped off a flyer, told them what we did and stuff. And Chris was actually wearing a Macho Man shirt, so he's into wrestling. And I'm like, all right, so we talked that. So he mentioned a guy, and I believe Aaron mentioned this guy, Jordan Cage. Didn't he mention a guy named Jordan Cage?
Yeah.
He's close personal friends with him.
Jordan Cage is out of Appalachian Wrestling.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this guy Chris is good friends with Jordan Cage. So I've invited the Comic Interlude staff, 1, 2, all of them. It doesn't matter. So if they're right next to Campus Pub, and most of the time they close at 7, like tonight they'll close at 7. I think they're closed on Monday.
Sundays too.
Yeah, they're closed on Sunday and Monday, and they're open. They're only open till like 5 on Tuesday.
Look,
Huh?
where they located.
Waller Avenue, right across from St. Joe, Imperial Plaza.
All right.
One of the oldest shopping centers.
1880s.
1880s, right?
I think they got Bluegrass Trust branded on their buildings. That's
I
what they
think
told
so,
me.
yeah, I think
'cause that's the oldest shopping center in Lexington.
I think it is. I think you're absolutely
It was
right.
there before Eastland Shopping Center
Yep.
was there, and you know that
That's
boy's been there a long
time.
So
So anyway, so that's a thing we might hopefully invite them out. So like I told them anytime they want to come, text me, whatever, and we'll sit down
I
and
think
talk.
that'd be a good idea. Talking about, I spoke to you on the phone a little bit about it yesterday. Was Ken, the owner of Avatar? What's his name?
Oh, a better Tyler. Yeah,
Tyler. Yeah. He's very interested in having us set up a wrestling event in his parking lot because they've got plenty of parking there.
That
There's
Depot
parking on
Street.
there,
Tried to him and Aaron were
Yeah,
Yep.
and they hit it off.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to.
I was
get in the
serious.
works
Brewery
with
Boys
some-
Wrestle
yeah.
Fest.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Brewery Boys Brawl, I think.
Or yeah,
called.
that'd
So
be good. That'd be even
3D,
better.
You know,
Be even better.
but we could get. It'd be nice to get people that want to be a part of it, like you're talking about Comics Interlude, wanting to do something like that,
Yeah.
because we could sell some T-shirts. Put their logos on the back, the companies that are part of it. Put an Avatar logo back there, Comics Interlude logo back there, our logo back there, and it'd be a limited one-off T-shirt. It would have we could come up with a design for the Brewery Boys Bash, you know, and the way I'm thinking about it is if he wants to do AMW New South, we set up 2 rings and we do a war game style,
That'd be cool.
you know, and have the 2 companies. Like we could still do one-off matches, do the women's title,
Like
men's title, whatever.
4 versus 4.
Yeah, Survivor Series style in the ring, you know, or they could do it in one ring if they wanted to, but I think that would be a good thing for us to get behind.
That'd be cool.
Kind of getting, you know, Lexington's a hard market for us to tap and do anything here. If we could get into Winchester, you know, Winchester guys, if you're listening, anyone out there and want to be a part of it, hit us up. Brewery Boys on Facebook and YouTube, but Instagram, yeah. Come your way with stuff. We're trying to be multifaceted. You know,
Yeah.
this obviously we talked a lot about football today because it's Saturday.
College football's
tomorrow.
going
You
on.
got the NFL, but we're not sticklers to one type of anything here. We talk music, we talk sports, we talk comics. You know, and like
And
Eric
that's
said,
it, folks. Texas goes down. to
21-29.
Well,
Although they're still on the
are-
field here, the time has run out.
Are you really shocked?
Man, this
Somebody says they think they got a second left. We'll see what happens. But
that ain't gonna do anything.
as far
for-
as Arch Manning goes,
Uh,
I'm on the same boat I was at the beginning
He's
of
not that
his
good.
career. He's not as good as advertised.
they should just turn this game off.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Kent State?
yeah, it's 44
Oh my God.
to 0.
Wow.
Who is the other thing?
Kent State,
Who's the other?
Kansas.
Oh,
Yes. No, Oklahoma. I'm sorry.
Oklahoma. Yeah, that's
Kent
that's
State,
terrible.
Oklahoma. But yeah,
But I mean,
we cover all these categories and stuff, you know, and it's just if anyone wants to be a part of the show and you've got some good conversations and topics and you want to, you know, promote your business, promote your beer, your restaurant, I think, you know, hit us up.
I'm all about
Let's
promoting beer.
Have the conversation.
I mean, and that was where I was alluding to with the Comic Interlude guys. If it's at if they close at 7 and they want to meet at Campus Pub or someplace like that, I'm not opposed to that. But of course, 7 o'clock on a Saturday is,
Pub is
you know,
not
it would depend on
Yeah.
game days and stuff like that. But thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
It's just one of those. Yeah, I'm all
Anyone think
for
you might need one anytime soon?
Jason.
I'm fine right now. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
So.
But like a whole
Texas
picture,
has
so.
lost.
But with going back to the whole wrestling talk, you know, I've touched on the fact that, you know, the NWA television title. Like right now, to me, the most exciting wrestling that I'm watching is the NWA. You know, Billy Corgan owns it,
Yeah.
and it's free on the Roku channel. You know, you can watch every Tuesday night. They record their show Power. And I don't know, right? Like, I know WWE's got everybody's eyes because it's flashy.
Well, it's everywhere. It's on every channel.
It's on every channel.
Have you
But-
seen speaking of Billy Corgan, his interview with Eddie Van Halen, with
Yeah.
Wolfgang Van
Yep.
Halen? That was a really good interview. Wolfgang said he only took the interview because he knew that Billy Corgan had interviewed his father before. That was a really Billy Corgan has a good podcast, guys. You know, check that out. You don't have to be a Smashing Pumpkins fan.
I'm not sure what it's called, but he's interviewed a bunch of and there's a lot of rock talk. Like he's interviewed Gene Simmons.
It's a very good multifaceted
very
show.
good.
You know, but he knows his stuff. The man was smart enough to come in when NWA was at its lowest time, where he loved wrestling so much, and he didn't want his name to really make it happen.
Nope.
He came in there and he hired the right guys, and he's doing what other major companies should do. You know,
but I'm telling you, he's got some talent. Like if you look at, I wasn't a big fan of his at first, but Thrillbilly Silas Mason, oh my God, they've teamed him up with Alex Story and Kerry Morgan and Morton.
The Six, what are they
and
called?
The Southern Six.
Southern Six, yeah.
I'm telling you, they are the old school Freebirds.
Yeah, they are.
Like Silas Mason is tall, so you've got Bam Bam Gordy, you've got Kerry Morton, and you've got Alex Story. Alex Story looks like he could be Michael P.S. Hayes' son.
Here, Alex Story, I think of Cancer Slug.
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
maybe
I think you're thinking Cancer Slug there.
Alex Taylor. Yeah. Sorry, Alex Taylor.
That's good too. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic. But Alex Taylor and Kerry Morton, they are the new Freebirds.
Yeah, they do.
And they even had these little cuts, promos where they're in their clubhouse and it's a bar and stuff like that. And I mean, do you follow Ring of Honor at all? I get it better than AEW if you can catch it. I think I had this.
Is that on Saturday mornings?
I don't know.
Well, Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
It's early on Saturdays, when they air it on, if you're watching on live TV. But they've got a group called the Frat House. Have you heard of them?
No.
And it's basically like what you're talking about. But you know who their manager is? Glacier. You remember Glacier from WCW?
Yeah, he came out like subs. He's supposed to be like
and he still dresses like that. And he comes out like that, and then their valet is the Blue Meanie.
Shut up!
Yeah.
Like the
Blue Meanie from BWO.
Wow.
With Al Snow and Stevie Richards, yeah.
Oh my god.
So, but they're just like, and it's funny that those guys are with them because it's four just jacked, chiseled frat boys. They come out with the paddles and they play beer pong and their vignettes and all that kind of stuff. But it's exactly what you're talking about with them. Because Southern Six are great. They're something to watch. They do remind me of the Freebirds. Even their attire.
Yep.
You know, they wear the high rise shorts, the trunks and stuff.
Yep.
They're good.
And then you've got, like, in NWA, you've got Brian Idol is your NWA television champion.
He's great.
You've got Natalia Markova, and they wrestle as a mixed tag team. Of course, they're boyfriend-girlfriend. Yeah. But they wrestle as a mixed tag team called The Looks That Kill. And they are phenomenal. I mean...
Yeah, and they tour with Smashing Pumpkins when they go on the road.
Yeah, because the NWA actually played or wrestled at Riot Fest.
Intermissions and stuff.
Yeah, so they wrestled at Riot Fest. They got to meet Guar, and somebody else came out. But, I mean, yeah, it's just... The whole product, to me... Like, you keep talking about, like, back in the day, like, the old school wrestling. It has that old school wrestling feel
I think
to
you'd
it.
love Brian Pillman Jr., too, if he could get into NXT at all.
Oh, yeah.
Lexus King.
Yeah.
But I like that he took that route. That was his choice, by the way. He did not want to live in his father's footsteps, though that's what made him. We saw him at, the Legends, were you there at that one? When he came out and wrestled and stuff. He's a great man. He's got a good attitude. He's lived a life as a child growing up with 90s wrestling and stuff. His dad went through
I've been a fan of his for years.
He's great. And his father was an amazing wrestler, man. He had that persona, that character. You see what Brian Myers, that custom that they put the shirt and everything like that. That was a real. I'd love that figure.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I would love that bad boy.
But that's another thing with speaking of Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. You know, those guys are like. You know, granted, we know
the indie god.
We know Cardona was Zack Ryder, and Myers was Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins,
in the WWE, and it was kind of one of those things. It was almost like you watching it when they won the tag team titles. It's kind of like, is this like, or somebody finally realized it, and then they took them off of them, like they dropped them the very next.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Zack Ryder in his tenure in WWE, he only won the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
That was the only major title that he held.
Yeah.
And he won it in New Jersey, of all places. I think that's why they did it. Yeah.
But I mean, and you know as well, I'm a Cardona fan for a long time. But seeing him on the independent circuit, that is one guy that, like, pay attention to whatever he's doing.
I almost don't want to see him sign.
No.
I don't know that they would let him not be Zack Ryder, was the problem. I know Triple H is indifferent about him.
Yeah.
But Chelsea Green's there.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be cool to see more like a mixed tag match with him, you know, put him on SmackDown.
But I'm with you.
They would burn him.
Yeah.
He would not be what he is
Nope.
in the indies. He wouldn't be able to do the major wrestling broadcast. I don't think they'd let him do it.
No, because they'd want to put their stamp on it and do all that.
He wouldn't be able to have figures. The stuff that he sells of himself as Matt Cardona, they would want to buy that name. I don't think he wants to sell it, you know.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm like you. When you texted me and said that they were having the winner, the winner of
the male and female winners are get WWE contracts.
So one member will get or the whole, whoever wins from NXT will get a contract, or
so they'll choose, and that's, I think that'll lead to a whole other show. So if TNA wins, men's and women's, one of the 4 men will get a contract. One of the 4 women
will get a
contract. So I see what happens if TNA does win, which might happen because NXT has a lot of TNA's titles right now.
Right.
So maybe they'll let that happen. Okay. Then I see a Fatal 4-Way. And the winner of the Fatal 4-Way is the one that gets the NXT contract.
Okay.
I think that's what will happen.
Okay.
That's the stipulation. But you have the Hardys. You have title versus title on a tag match. So you got the Hardys versus the tag team
Now, the
titles.
Hardys, I saw some kind of promo where they're like, spooky, not Hardys, but
he's
one
wearing
guy
face
seems-
paint.
Yeah, they're doing the
one guy
delete.
seems
He's doing
blacked
Willow.
out.
Yeah.
Willow and what's Matt Hardy? Still Matt Hardy, but he does the delete thing.
Yeah.
His persona.
Broken.
Broken, that's what I
Matt
saw.
Hardy.
Sorry.
Yeah. They do.
What the hell is going
That's
on
kind of
here?
their weird thing. But that's really their names. They'd be able to be the Hardys everywhere they go because they literally are Matt and Jeff Hardy. That's their actual name, and that's what they carried into wrestling. So they've been able to incorporate that every business they go to. And they're actually having a final match with
Dudleys.
with the Dudleys, yeah, and that'll be pretty cool on TNA, I think, to see. And then speaking of that, Chris Jericho Royal Rumble, his contract's up. He didn't re-sign.
Could be.
I think you're going to see it happen. I think he would like to get WWE Hall of Fame and leave there. He's had a great run in AEW, but
one of the pivotal people getting started.
yeah,
I mean,
but I think that he wants that Hall of Fame thing, and it'd be fun to see him enter the Rumble.
Is he Hall of Fame worthy?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, Chris Jericho's done. He was the Canadian Crippler. He took that's
Chris
Benoit, but he used that, and then the Code Breaker. He's been so many Y2J, so many personas. He was one of the original WCW guys. So like when WCW was blowing up, he was a luchador. So he wrestled with a lot of
he was one of the last Stu Hart dungeon.
Yeah. So he
Came out of the
definitely
dungeon.
is a real Hall of Fame worthy. That conversation we had, I think he's Hall of Fame worthy. He's had really what in the wrestling business they call a 5-star match. I think Chris Jericho's had some 5-star matches, for sure. And then December 13th, John Cena's final match
in Washington D.C.
Saturday night main event. It'll be on Peacock.
Have you seen the ticket prices for
Is he
that?
wrestling?
They don't know
They
yet.
haven't announced it yet because he's got
Has he
in
wrestled
Perth.
Brock yet?
He lost to Brock.
Yeah, he lost to Brock.
And then he's got AJ Styles next week in Perth. Speaking of that, we were talking about that. WWE, you mentioned it.
Crown
They're
Jewel.
everywhere but the Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Do you know what time that pay-per-view comes on?
Probably early morning.
8 a.m.
Yeah.
What American fan is going to wake up at 8 a.m. and be like, I'm watching wrestling, boys? No, you're not.
What day?
Sunday.
Saturday. It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday on this one, yeah. Saturday.
Wait. Is it Sunday there and Saturday? Or how does that work?
It's Sunday for us, 8 a.m. Saturday there.
Okay.
So it is a Saturday event, but Saturday night
but it'll be
in
Sunday.
Perth, Australia is
Sunday.
8 a.m. Sunday morning for
Wow.
us. Yeah.
And the next one was in Japan.
And then they're doing one in Japan, and then they got Crown Jewel, which is going to be...
No, that's Crown Jewel in Perth.
What's the one they're doing in Saudi? They're taking WrestleMania there.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. March.
WrestleMania is in 2027.
Oh, yeah.
26.
No,
No, 26 is
2027.
Vegas again.
Yeah, Vegas.
They did back-to-back Vegas.
Yeah.
Which those tickets are awesome.
Holy shit.
Sorry, man. I couldn't imagine. I would love to go to one of your a SummerSlam, a Royal Rumble, or a WrestleMania. Bucket list for me. I've been to several wrestling events, but as a fan, I'm not. If I'm going to drive, especially or fly, because they're never going to be in our area. There's never a pay-per-view here. I'm not spending $1,000 to watch wrestling.
So we talked about this on a few episodes back. when I think I believe you were involved in this conversation because the topic was that the Tennessee Titans are having a new stadium built for the
Rumble's going to be there.
And well, we thought it was going to be WrestleMania or SummerSlam.
There's nothing wrong with Nissan Stadium.
No,
well, but
they want indoor.
Yeah.
Because the weather's
So
bad.
I reached out to several people, and this was before we started the broadcast and everything, but we had talked about it, I believe, on the broadcast, about saving money to go to Nashville to the WrestleMania, which they've already had a SummerSlam there. So I believe it was going to be a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam, I'm not sure which. But it was like now it's not going to be WrestleMania because that's going to be in Saudi Arabia. What the stadium is supposed to be built in 2027. So,
2027.
huh?
They're going to have it done by
By 2027.
It says by season opener 2020.
Yeah. So that's what we
pre-season.
So that's what we were thinking. Okay,
But
maybe
it took so long though. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
No.
they can't open the new stadium until they tear down the old one because they have no parking. So that's why when the contractor said, yeah, we'll have it finished in time, but
we'll have the same things, but
Yeah.
we'll have the other one
the
destroyed.
other one won't be torn down. You got to take all that stuff out,
For
tear
parking.
it down. Like there's nowhere to park. If
Yeah.
anyone's been to Nashville, I'm sure you guys have.
I have not.
It is a disaster. There is no parking, and if you find it, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg.
Okay.
We went down there for Larry's bachelor party last year.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's right,
It was
yeah.
a mess, man. Like,
Okay.
there's just no parking. Like,
Okay.
It's so expensive in Nashville. Beers are
It's getting worse because
$18
now
a
everybody
piece.
got a bar.
Everybody's got a bar. Yeah.
and every bar is the same. Like, they're literally, you can go to bar, and it's the same bar. The same drinks, same drink prices.
I mean,
it's just,
in reality, it's just the name.
it's just status quo. I mean, it's just saying,
I mean, how many
saying
bars
that you
can you
did
have
that.
where local people are trying to make up, doing their little
Yeah.
indie singing, whatever, this is my
Yeah,
songwriter.
it's the same.
night.
Yeah, but I will say a lot of those people probably are writing songs for big Nashville superstars. But I don't know. Nashville was not. Back in the day, it used to be a lot better. We went to. I will say we sat at. Way off topic. When we went down there, we went to Tootsie's. Tootsie's is obviously a world famous bar in Nashville. We went in and there was no seats available, but they saw that Larry had on his little sash. I got him a sash for his bachelor party. It said one clit. That's it. That was his. that was his sash. And the bartender noticed that and there was no seats available. They had a section roped off in the back, and they said you can go sit there. And we're like, are you sure? And we went back there and sit. The guy on stage that was playing, he was like, that crowd back there is wild. They're sitting where no one gets to sit. That's Willie Nelson's table. That's where he went and smoked pot before he played stage here.
Holy
So
shit.
we got to sit at Willie Nelson's table,
smell pot
which is
back
why it
there?
was roped
Like-
off.
Oh, what the fuck,
Yeah,
bro?
does it come with a free joint? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
man, this furniture.
But it was
Fuck.
for being a country music fan. That was pretty obviously the Outlaws and Willie
Yeah,
Nelson,
right.
Waylon, and all that stuff. That was a big deal to me. I was like, wow,
That's pretty- you're
freaking
sitting in
cool.
Willie's spot,
I'm
yeah.
sitting where Willie Nelson.
That's-
Your ass had
chose to
touched
sit,
Still
yeah.
where Willie's ass.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly. You were sat on Willie Nelson's cock.
that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but no, that's why the arena is not. That's why it's not there. It's questionable when it's going to be open because there's nowhere for the
Okay.
fans to park. You know?
But going back to that, like the plan was like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna save money. Well, now that's out the window because who knows what the fuck's gonna happen in Nashville. Obviously not WrestleMania because the last time. Okay, so you said that WrestleMania had not been in the area. It has in 1991 in Indianapolis at the RCA Dome. I was there with Denny Ford. We went, and do you know how much our tickets were?
$23.
$60.
No, 125.
Man, 91. That's a lot of money.
It was,
$500 now.
but it was like we had pretty decent seats. We were staying. Our seats were right in front of Mean Gene's interview podium, so that was when the LOD were coming over, and we got to see Mean Gene interview the Legion of Doom. Didn't have cell phones, so we had the old school cameras
Yep.
taking photos. That was the Bret Hart,
Camera.
right?
Bad Blood was at Rough Arena. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember that. That was.
Yep.
But it's not a major event. But
That was when Bret Hart wrestled Roddy Piper for the Intercontinental title. That was when Ric Flair, Savage, Miss Elizabeth, the poster was going to be above the pinned on the RCA Dome.
Who has the Intercontinental title right now?
at this moment,
Is it as prestigious as it was?
No.
Apparently not.
No.
no, it's not. Well, Cody Rhodes in his first run,
Yeah.
he did bring back the white.
Yeah, the classic-
the classic Intercontinental
the classic
title when he
look
won it. He
from the
tried to put
80s.
the prestige back into it. I think it's Sami Zayn right now, actually.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, he
no,
beat,
that's U.S. He's the U.S. He's the U.S. title holder.
U.S. used to be pretty big.
Yeah.
Used to be
But-
like
well, so-
U.S. Intercontinental.
So they
everywhere.
are. So they have gone. And Sami Zayn is doing the Open Challenge. So every time he's on TV, he's wrestling for the U.S. title. However, the competition, yeah, we'll see. But Intercontinental title, I could not tell you who was the Intercontinental title
That used to
holder.
be
Follow the
very,
product.
very
Yeah.
prestigious.
It was when you
That
had.
was like up there with the heavyweight championship belt.
Listen,
Intercontinental
when
champion.
you had Hogan holding the world title, and you had the Intercon, I was whoever that
was a Savage held for a while.
Savage held it for a long time, but Honky Tonk Man has it for the record.
Dominic Mysterio is still.
Oh, Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah,
that's
they're
right.
gonna let him.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to let him beat Gunther's. Gunther held the title
For 666 days. Yeah,
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to let Dominic.
but the talent that they had going again. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Gunther because he's one of my favorites. He's an old school.
Yeah, he's a grappler.
He's
That's what
like
I'm calling
you talk about William Regal all the time. You need to watch Gunther
Yeah, he's.
because that is
Is that the guy we talked about before?
the German kind of guy with
Yeah,
the
I like
child.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
They brought him in
He
as,
was
with the
William
stable.
Regal's son looked like.
Well,
like.
Then they realized that he doesn't need a stable. This guy is a
Yeah.
powerhouse. Like
Yeah.
he was when he was in the Indies in NXT, he was over 300 pounds.
Yeah.
and he'd like cut tons of weight and got real toned.
Yeah.
Like he
he
really
tall or
developed.
what?
Yeah, he's tall as shit.
I say it's 300 pounds. Doesn't look
Yeah,
like he's 300
he's
pounds.
tall.
No, not anymore. He's not 300
Not
pounds
anymore. He
anymore.
wasn't.
He trimmed down. Like if you watch some of his NXT UK, and he was big, like he was heavy. Like I'm not talking like
Muscular
Bronson
or just
Reed. No, it was kind
fat?
of. I mean, it wasn't like
Bulky.
it wasn't like
He's
it was bulky.
6'5", 250 pounds right now. He dropped from 307.
Yeah, 307
It was
pounds.
307 pounds.
Hogan was
So-
300 and plus,
I mean, he was
but Hogan was
Solid.
6'8",
solid.
6'7", 6'8".
Even with his belly, he was solid belly.
Well, yeah, I still.
I mean, he had that. I still consider myself like a Hogan belly. It was like just a hard.
Yeah. That's what I tell my wife all the time. Like, I'm gonna have a belly. I drink a lot of beer. That's not gonna go away. You know, like I wouldn't mind working on the
Yeah.
rest of my body,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure I'm always gonna have a beer belly.
But it's a
just gonna
Hogan
be a
belly.
thing, you
It's
know?
a Hogan belly.
Hogan was a solid, big belly, but it wasn't ripped, but it was a solid belly.
I mean, can we really say that he?
he wasn't ripped. He was a solid belly. You don't think he,
He,
had a
he
solid
never had
belly?
six-pack abs ever.
No,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
never.
I'm thinking.
ever did
his
Hogan.
belly
I'm
was
thinking it was
solid.
kind of flabby. I'm thinking it was kind of flabby.
Did you ever see Hogan with
Pythons?
the
What are you talking
with
about?
Flab?
The flab?
He had
When
a
he was
solid
in
belly.
the heat of Hogan, I'm not talking about
It was
when
like
he,
it was
when-
like a keg belly.
I'm
like,
not talking about when he came back to fight The Rock,
It wasn't
or when
like
he
it
was
was
a.
flat.
So he
I
didn't
know.
have a six pack. He had
He never had a six-pack.
he had a
Except,
keg.
Yeah.
I have a party ball.
Yeah.
I have a party ball.
Yeah.
It's not a six pack. It's a party ball. Hogan had a keg, solid steel keg.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it
It was hard.
It wasn't. It wasn't
All right,
flabby.
okay.
It was
okay.
big. It was.
I'm not gonna argue over.
It was
I'm not gonna-
solid.
It didn't jiggle. When
I know.
he ran.
I know he's
It
your
was
guy.
solid.
It kind of did. It kind of did.
Speaking of that, do you see where the governor of Florida, what he did for Hogan recently? Just
No,
the
trail.
the trail. There's a Hulk
Some
Hogan
trail.
trail in Florida, in Clearwater.
part of something.
Yeah, and it's a park. It's a trail that you can run, and then all the play equipment for the kids and exercise equipment are all red and yellow.
Oh, that's cool.
Traditional Hogan
That's cool.
colors. And he said that he was happy to do that for Hulk Hogan.
That's cool.
Because he's always been from Clearwater.
Where are you going?
Oh yeah, bathroom.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah, I do that here in a minute too.
well.
Go get dinner here soon.
So yeah, but I mean, we were just talking, about the whole wrestling aspect, and one of those things where, I have been to a WWE. I've been to a couple, but when we even going to that one was way more fun than going to any kind of a Raw nowadays. We went. I took Slow Count.
I mean, anytime we go to AEW, it's better than going to WWE.
Yes.
At WrestleMania. I mean, it's just, I don't care that the crowd's not there. It's just the matches
Yeah.
are so much better. They entertain the crowd way more. We did grow up on soap opera wrestling. That's what I call it.
We did.
It's a soap opera for men.
It's
They're drunk and
exactly
stuff.
what it was.
But the WWE product now,
It's shit.
it's a 3-hour Raw is an hour and 45 minutes of talking.
Yep.
What I like about AEW, even though I don't care for some of the people there, it's match after match after match, and they're putting their heart into those matches.
But the thing I would like to see is a little more structure in their matches. Don't put together a card on a
a
fly.
little more reason behind it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's sometimes the matches
Like,
don't make sense.
So one of my favorite guys, and I can't believe they let him go, was when WWE here recently Andrade teamed up with Rey Fenix.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for the Lucha Brothers to get back together because Penta's there, Rey Fenix is there.
They're pushing Penta so hard. I don't think that they're going to make
right.
it.
And they're
they
not.
should. They're dropping the ball at this point now.
Yeah.
To not do that.
They should have already
and
done
Rey
it.
Fenix will drizzle out and he'll be gone.
And because last night on SmackDown he wrestled. Oh my God, who did he freaking wrestle? And I mean he won, but it's like why?
Yeah.
Why is this a match?
Yeah.
And so, but my thing was they teamed up Rey Fenix with Andrade, and that was a great tag team.
I don't know what happened with Andrade. Something happened that because he just didn't show up. That's why he got fired.
Oh, so he got fired.
He got fired because he didn't show up for 2 weeks.
I thought he was one of the ones that got injured because remember we talked about
that's why
the tag team at the what was the pay-per-view? It was the
the ladder match.
The ladder. It was just like that was too much. So I thought he got hurt. Yeah. So okay.
No, he just got shit canned. Like he just stopped showing up and got fired. So I think that he was mad with what they were doing with his character. That it could be part that, and it could be part Charlotte Flair.
Probably
with Charlotte being her whole thing with the American. What's his name? I Ludwig Kaiser, but I don't know what his. His luchador name
but the whole thing is that you had something going with those two as a tag team, and you dropped the ball. Like that ladder match or whatever it was, they should have won. Rey Fenix and Andrade should have won that. Nothing against the Wyatt Six. I love the Wyatt Six, but the Andrade Rey Fenix tag team was phenomenal. Should have put the belts on them. And then if you're
what you doing? Ohio State.
Oh my God, Ohio State.
Oh my goodness.
Let's fucking go!
Golly. I swear, if you have never ever, we're probably going to get trademark infringement on that. So, anybody with legal counsel.
There's a smoking ball.
So we're just talking about WWE product versus AEW, and sometimes the AEW product is a little better than the WWE but the problem with AEW is the fact that they don't have any really structure to why they put this match together. And what we were talking about before Tim went to the head was we had Andrade and Rey Fenix as a tag team in WWE. And anybody who doesn't know, Andrade used to be married to Charlotte Flair. He was Ric Flair's tag team partner at his final match at another promotion. Anyway, he's a really, really good luchador. Yeah.
Would you like another one?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, no problem.
So apparently, I thought when they had a 6-team, WWE had a 6-team ladder match for the tag team titles, who are currently held by the Wyatt Six. You had Andrade and Rey Fenix as a luchador tag team with the Street Profits, the Wyatt Six, and a couple of, I don't remember, Axiom or whatever, Fraxium or whatever they're called. There's a couple of teams. So I thought that Andrade hadn't been on WWE TV for a while because I thought there were reportedly injuries in that match. I thought he was one of them, maybe. Well, no. Tim just alluded to the fact that he might have been fired. Well,
did I not see where he came back?
He's back in AEW,
Okay.
where he left. He was in WWE before, held the U.S. title, left, went to AEW, floundered around like mid-card, and then went to WWE, got a major push with Rey Fenix, and like I said, now he's been off TV for a while, and then Wednesday night, he makes his return. And my point to this whole drawn-out story is the fact that AEW doesn't put any kind of structure into a storyline or something. So, in his return, you have a match with Kenny Omega, who is one of the AEW superstars. He's one of the elite, one of the guys that kind of like is a mainstay in the company, helped get it off the ground with Jericho and the Young Bucks and all that. Well, so Kenny Omega is done. He wrestles his match on Wednesday night, and he wins. So he's addressing the crowd. All of a sudden, the lights go down, and the lights come back up, and there's a dude in a black skull mask wearing a brown suit, takes the mask off. It's Andrade. He attacks Kenny Omega, who is then joined by Don Callis from the broadcast booth, who has a stable, Don Callis family. That makes no fucking sense for Andrade to come back and attack Kenny Omega. And then, now maybe it does because he joins the Don Callis family, who is then has a feud with Kenny Omega. But it was it's brainless. It's absolutely, we're going to bring back a guy. Oh, yeah, who can we put him in a feud with? Let's put him in a feud with Kenny Omega. Absolutely had nothing to do with Kenny Omega ever before until now. Why?
So what you're saying is more bad writing.
More bad writing, they don't use storylines in AEW. It's more of the owner is a fan.
Think about wins. They have win-loss records.
Right.
So that's how AEW works a little differently than WWE. They don't do storylines. Like it shows at the bottom when they come out how many wins for the year they have.
2020, 2025. He has like 2020. Like if it's the first of the year, like January, February, you'll see the person's 2024 record, and then you'll have their 2025 record. And then obviously the longer
like that aspect of it.
Yeah,
because that's also how they choose.
Yeah,
who fights who for titles.
Yeah.
So,
but then as the year goes on, you'll see their 2025 record alone. But it's like, why are you bringing in Andrade, who's a great talent? Don't get me wrong. Now,
great. It's gonna be huge.
A little Trump action.
Yeah.
really big.
It's gonna be really great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be huge. He's gonna do big things.
But you have another guy there called Roosh, who is El Toro Blanco, the White Bull. I would bring those two together and put, what's the Mexican faction? El Faccionado. It's something like Illuminati Faccionado or something. I don't know. But
I have a hard time following.
they have a faction. It's kind of like a Bullet Club from Japan.
That's what we need. We need to take Jason to an AEW because they always come up Cincinnati or the Louisville area.
That's what
I think that would kind of
get him back.
Just to see it live. I think because like local wrestling is good, but that's not going to draw you in.
No, but
it wouldn't be a WWE show that would do it, but
it would be
a TNA or an AEW.
AEW, yeah, TNA.
So where NXT is going to be in Columbus.
Oh,
At Megacorp Pavilion, up there. That's a 2
at Megacorp. I thought that's Covington.
They own 3 venues: Cincinnati, Covington, Columbus, Cleveland.
Okay,
So,
all right.
Yeah, but they're doing the Columbus one. 2 hours, 45-minute drive.
And that's going to be on a Tuesday night too, apparently.
Oh yeah, never mind. Forget that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's excellent.
that'd be a stay night. You'd have to stay over because it's over at 10.
Got out of vacation time this year.
All right, so touching on the stuff, just what we talked about. It just we've got. Yeah, he's Ohio State.
OHIO.
Are you going to Roosters to join the rest of the group, or
No.
no? You joined the group and you've only been once.
That was a Peacock game. Right?
Well, yeah, but oh my
You got
god.
Peacock?
All right, Peacock.
I say, you want a password? I don't care. I've got to count the whole 5.
Doesn't matter now. We're done with Peacock for the year.
Oh, you are.
It was already on for like 1 or 2 games.
Oh, okay. All
What do you
right.
mean by that? Is that what they
The
were
Ohio
airing them?
State, yeah.
That was the right. So NBC was the only one.
So who are they on right now? All right. Well, with that being said, I guess we'll go ahead and close it down for the
I
night.
got to go. So.
And there's no
It's been fun,
tap.
boys.
There's no tap takeover at Jack Brown's this week. So
Wednesday?
Wednesday,
yeah.
come join us.
Jack Brown's.
5:30.
5:30.
5:30.
Okay.
He's getting it.
Yeah. So,
He'll ask you.
I'll stop doing it.
Tuesday, you'll be like, what? What time is it?
Are we doing this? It's the same time every week.
oh yeah. So we'll be down at Jack Brown's. So if you're able to come out, we'll be back here next Saturday,
With
right?
a giveaway.
Oh, at Jack Brown's.
Yeah, Jack Brown.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We'll be
Yep,
doing
okay.
a giveaway.
We're doing a giveaway?
Yeah, we're
We'll discuss
doing.
it off
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Okay.
It was what we discussed the other day. Anyway.
That was me and you.
Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
wanted to stop
Sorry.
blowing up Jason,
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
I was like, this man's
All right,
probably
yeah.
like, well, they shut the fuck up.
Fuck up about this. All right. So that being said, we're gonna get out of here. Instagram, Facebook,
Follow us.
YouTube
Reach
channel.
out to
Follow
us.
Like,
Share.
subscribe,
Like,
comment,
subscribe.
comment. I don't care if you're gonna call us fuckers or what.
Yeah, talk
He's a
shit.
fucker.
Talk
give
shit.
us something to talk about.
Yeah. So anyway,
Send
we're
us in
gonna.
your best UK's great.
No, don't. We're not doing
Because he
that.
ain't.
We're not doing that. All right. With that being said, we're getting out of here.
Turnbull Tim out.
Prost.